Hello?
Ah,
Hello! And
welcome to the
D20 Multiverse
with
me,
myself,
Ollie,
Dungeon
Master, and my lovely eyes of Elisia.
Today at TPK, as the party falls down a hole 400 feet tall.
Turn it down.
I'm sorry, my bad.
It's my ears are bleeding.
How's that? Sorry.
Sorry.
I love
I can actually hear it coming back through the headphones.
Yeah.
No, I think that's it. Are we good? Is that
You just keep going.
Just so you guys know, Dave is not here. He's got other things to attend. So we've got Dave too, Thomas, and myself trying to do tech. So there's going to be a whole ton of tech issues. We'll just let you know that now.
That's good, by the way.
That's good. Okay. Sorry for shouting and breaking your eardrums. You can buy new ones.
New eardrums.
Yeah, I'm sure you can do that, right? We can clone a sheep. We can do that.
You what?
What is what? I have
Anyway.
a proficiency in medicine.
Yeah, that'll work. That'll work.
I have proficiency
So-
in not listening.
D20 Multiverse would like to give a huge thanks to Leonard, who has donated once again very kindly $100 to our cause, going towards microphones and cameras of our own because we are borrowing some of these. Thank you, Lizard. Thank you, Leonard. We love you here on the D20 Multiverse. That's
He
much
needs an
appreciated.
honorific.
Yes,
I don't know what it is yet, but
he
think
needs
of
one. Okay, we'll get on that. We'll get on that as soon as we can.
Leonard the Legendary.
Leonard the Legendary. All right, that works. That works. The bard, of course.
He needs a class
Yeah.
like level 9,000
Yeah.
bard.
I'll just create a god called Leonard in the world.
Okay.
Yeah. He has said that he doesn't want us to do that, because I did actually suggest that. Anyway, we also have our wonderful half-orc druid back with us.
Yes! Thank the
Welcome
Lord.
back to Eyes of Elisia. We're definitely going to need you in this session. Also, yeah, I will be taking control of Dave as he's not here. His wolves.
Thank the Lord. Just kidding.
Well, we just have silence the whole time.
I don't know who I'm gonna make fun of now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's always me.
But I'm like, no, because Sylvius is like,
No, me.
oh yeah, you personally, but it's
Like,
like,
easy to make fun of. It's like,
So,
easy to roast, like a chicken.
I'll make my roasts reflective of who you are, so I'll
Yeah.
keep them short.
Oh.
5
Mic
foot,
drop.
ladies and gentlemen.
We're only 30 seconds in as well. That was great. Anyway.
Hot in here.
Well, episode title, is it called in here? So, no.
Ha, ha, ha.
So no, it's not.
It's the less known R. Kelly song. Is it called in here? Anyway.
It's getting cold in here.
So put on lots more clothes. It just doesn't
We
have
already
the same
did that last episode. Yeah, there was a full montage.
Yeah.
I don't remember these things.
We got.
Do you really want me to recap last episode?
No, last episode. The part. Actually, no, go for it. I'm gonna have to go bath water. You go.
Okay,
bath of water.
last episode there was a very excellent montage where the whole party got brand new outfits, and it was accompanied by bad 80s music, and it was very, very good. And then we got a ship.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh,
Flying
yeah,
ship.
sure.
Wait, okay,
Oh,
that ship.
right.
we were filling Silk in before the game, and somehow we all forgot this. Okay, Alex knows that I'm notoriously horrible at recaps, so this is gonna be hilarious. So we got an airship, right? Little man gave us an airship, and he came.
Not
with
me.
us.
Woman.
No,
A different little man.
Glommer.
Yeah.
So we went on the airship, and it went really well. But there were like a couple of moments like, oh, is it gonna crash? But it didn't. And then we landed outside of this island, which was a good island.
You cannot remember.
Solid island.
I don't know the name of the island.
No, the crab.
I only remember.
There were definite crabs. There were crabs.
Crabs.
Crab Island.
Splinter shells.
So we get onto Crab
Splinter
Island.
shells, that's right.
So we still have the ship. Is the most important.
Yes,
part.
we do. It's going to be our base
floating
from
outside.
now.
Oh my god.
I know. We live on an airship now.
It's our escape.
Brush your teeth.
It's
I
our
think so.
getaway vehicle.
Oh, is that the
I think we get our own rooms. It's going to be amazing.
We
Did
can-
we get our own rooms on the
ship?
airship?
Yes.
Yes.
Did we establish that?
No.
Yeah.
No,
No.
we did.
Okay, so next time is going to be like a room tour.
Yeah.
Just roll 2 net 20s.
Ooh.
Don't
Hey,
waste
welcome to
them.
my crib. Hey, MTV,
Yeah,
welcome to my
hey
crib.
MTV, welcome to
This
my
is my
fantasy crib.
Nicholas gets the best rooms.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was the most old school reference. That was amazing.
I'll have
Five
the captain's
experience
quarters, even
for
though-
that.
Yes! So yeah, we land on Crab's Island.
Splinter shells.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah, we
And
landed on
we
the
found
shore of-
we found the lair of Cool Deer.
Yes.
We rock through. It was chilly,
It was chilly.
but we were nice and warm
Because of the winter outfits.
because of the winter outfits,
And
which
because-
actually proved to be a bit useful.
Yeah.
And because I was doing
Oh yeah, we've got +6 on con saves.
Yeah.
Wait, no, that could just be me.
no
it's
plus
true.
6 on con saves because I did like 50
Yeah.
heat things.
Oh,
to
right,
keep us
Olivia
warm.
stacked all the bonuses. Thank you,
Yeah,
Olivia.
every single one that I possibly could.
I don't know why.
We found some prisoners. We sent some to the airship. We heard some hissing from outside of something. We got attacked. We tried
yeah.
to go
Basil.
take some guards' uniforms.
Yes.
We went outside to talk to the guards. One of them started attacking us. We got attacked by a basilisk.
Oh, cool.
Silk got turned to stone.
Yep.
We fought the basilisk. We managed to kill it.
Did you do the
Sylvia's-
Harry Potter thing? Did someone do the Harry Potter thing?
Stab him through the
Yeah.
jaw. No.
I stabbed him from behind.
Yeah, stab him in the
Maybe.
butthole.
Did we
In the butt.
decapitate him like most things?
His head.
Yeah.
When I stabbed him for the last time,
Don't we
then
have his
he shook round and his head flew off.
Do we have his head? I remember saying.
I think
someone
we have his
pick up
head.
his
Someone-
but
someone
that's the
took his
thing though,
head.
because it doesn't
It
do...
doesn't stone them.
No.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, and then I threw it.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
oh
then-
yeah. Because we
Um,
found out. And then you're back to life now. And then we walked through, like, literally just like walked
5
walked up
corridors.
About 5 corridors.
Yeah,
Ryko
cleaning.
was pretending to be like a dignitary.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
This
And
is
then-
the snow leopard.
Yeah. Have you met David's guards? And we were like, do you not know who this man is? And we just rocked up to Kaldea. And did we kill him or did, are we?
No, we are
We are in the
the
process
process
of
of
killing
killing
as
him.
we speak.
And that's where we
In the arms of the angels.
And that is where we start tonight's Eyes of Elisia. The party making their way through the ice lair of Kuldir, Lord of Ice, one of the 5 Lords of Violence, now reawakened in the Second Age. After fighting beasts and men through the 3 stairways and such of this place, you made your way. However, Stefan's wolves, with some very poor con saves, have suffered 5 points of exhaustion. 1 more and they shall die. However,
Didn't know that.
If you're gonna kill his wolves while he's away, Dave is gonna like teleport here.
yeah,
And
With
just
some
murder
sort of
you.
technology.
I know this. I know. I'm well aware of
I
that.
thought they were sitting outside of the battle.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are outside the
But
battle.
that's not gonna stop us
Because-
killing them.
Nope.
Because 5 points of exhaustion reduces your speed to 0. They cannot move that. Too cold. They're shivering. They're going to hypothermic shock. It's okay.
Oh, dear.
It's okay. I'll
If
kill
I was Stefan, I'd put the sleeping bag over them, but he's not here. So.
And
No,
it's a
he
puffer
did
jacket
it
now.
on
Oh yeah, it's a puffer. A puffer.
Anyway, the party entered the main lair of Kuldir, and
Fantasy Cat
battle had reigned. In fact, that is where we start right here tonight on Eyes of Elisia, midway through the battle. Can we go battle cam mode, please?
I also just realized I forgot my mini, so I'm gonna be like a rock today or something.
Okay, alright. You can be a
It's
rock.
gonna be the rock.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Dwayne the Rock
Maple
Johnson.
the Rock, last name redacted.
And it's canon that it's literally just Dwayne dressed in Maple's gear.
With a bad
No
pink
voice.
wig on.
Yeah, no voice, no nothing.
No
Just
voice, no
Dwayne
voice.
like.
Got and like badly,
It's faked.
badly fitting cleric's robes.
No, the same size. The same size as Maple. So,
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
like-
really, really short.
Yeah.
Barely covers up the genitalia.
Yeah.
Like really, really tiny little pink cloak and a bad pink wig.
Yeah.
I think Alex died.
Yeah, I kind of slammed my wrist into this thing.
Oh no.
Okay, and I should, if I did this correctly, have a picture of where all the players.
If you
Oh.
did that.
So
correctly.
Which I did not.
There we go.
So-
Okay, I remember I was by the door.
Me being Dwayne
Stefan
Rock.
and Nicholas
Sorry.
You know,
like
this is so yeah.
Yeah, they were ranged.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're ranged.
We got Silk up here.
There's a spider.
Maple, you were up there as well.
Cool.
Giant spider form. Ryko, I did believe that's you there. You were in ranged as well. Nicholas was
By the door.
by the door. Yep.
And there was
That's
a giant. Where was the giant?
Sylvius. I haven't added her yet.
So
Oh
last,
yeah, there was a giant.
last time
Right, I'll take care
Nicholas
of the giant.
did a nat one with an Eldritch Blast, hit a statue. There are a bunch of statues around here. And then a giant awoke from the statue,
Yeah.
basically. Turned into a giant. Ryko managed to suggest it to go grapple the boss, Claudia.
Alright.
And so it tried, and it was an equal roll, which I think favours the active person.
So he got him. He got him.
except that we didn't establish what happened last time because we weren't sure of the rules.
Okay. Fine.
Okay.
Can we go to like 5? Like.
Right, on 5?
Yeah.
I might even be before that because I am
Okay.
so shit.
Okay. Yeah, cool.
I'm a bit
My
sick.
sister arrives at 5, so I'm like.
Okay, we'll try for 4:30. We'll try for 4:30. That's reasonable. Okay, so the party finds themselves in the lair of Kaldea. The battle has been raging for quite some time. In fact, Kaldea is looking not near death, but less composed than he was when this whole thing kicked off. The Hell Giant statue has, yes, through an eldritch blast and has gone awry, come to life. It now hulks here. That is the Hell Giant. And this is Kaldea himself. We left where? Raiko. It was your turn.
We were in melee range, I'm pretty sure.
You were?
A whole
Okay.
bunch of people.
Sorry, can we just do the initiative order real quickly?
Yep, so we'll go Stefan, Sylvius, Maple,
Okay.
Nicholas, Hill Giant, Raiko, Kaldea, Silk.
Ooh.
Nice.
My bad.
Oh no.
Okay, so you currently are flanking Kaldea almost from all sides. 3 of you are within melee range. What would you like to do?
I'll just try stabbing it.
Just realised I don't have any
Roll to hit.
blades.
No, that's a 10.
Nope, that does not hit. So essentially Raiko's, I assume, scimitar,
Rapier.
rapier, sorry, slices clean through the air as Kaldea just slowly as the blade passes in front of him, injuring him little. No.
Cannon.
Anything else you're gonna do?
Oh my god, that's a new item.
That is my turn.
Okay, so after that, Kaldea himself, with 3 people in the row. Okay. I'm gonna roll to see who he hits. All right. We've got a ranged attack at you, Sylvius.
Oh, hey.
Crossbow attack. All right. So this is not. If this hits, you'll need to make a save, but we'll see if it hits first.
What? Oh.
Nope, that's not going to hit. So Kaldea just sees this point, this creature moving silently and stealthily, and thinks, "I'll take it down in one shot."
And
However, right into the side. He is, however, at this point, as a bonus action, as he kind of lowers the crossbow, reaches into his cloak, pulls out a small healing potion, and down it goes. Ooh.
I did get a skin potion last game.
Yeah, you did.
I think you used one of
Got, yeah.
Yeah, shoved one down.
Yeah, I'm now up to full healing.
I also have
Hey,
on
then-
my character sheet a potion of protection. What does that do?
Protection
protects.
from
Good and evil. Yeah.
Which
You
means
protect.
that,
Hit.
certain things will have disadvantage when they attack you.
Alright.
So, throws the glass vial on the ground and shatters into small pieces.
Don't you know it?
He, as a free action, turns to the corner of the room and just says, "Soon, my love. Soon." After that, half orc druid, currently in spider form and within melee range of Kaldea himself.
Okay.
Hill giant, however, behind you, hulking, huge muscular form.
But Raiko last game yelled, "Don't attack the hill giant."
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
So what I will do is I will wear. I haven't used web yet, have I?
Nah, I think he did, but you recharged it.
Oh, cool. Okay. Web it up.
Cool. Oh no, you used it and didn't recharge it.
Oh.
Sorry, because I remember he used legendary
So I
resistance.
think
to-
at the moment you would.
Oh wait, so he has resistance to being webbed.
No, he used legendary
used-
resistance.
Oh.
Yeah, he's got something like 3 or something.
So it's pointless
He's
using
on-
web against him?
You can't because you didn't recharge it.
Okay.
You shot it at him. He used legendary resistance to succeed on the save instead of failing, and then you rolled to recharge it.
Okay.
Yeah, at the moment I think you were going closer to go bite.
Yes.
Him. Okay, cool. Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. Roll to hit. The
Um,
giant.
Wait, so where is he?
He's there.
Okay.
You're there, and that's the hill giant.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just bite him then.
Okay, cool. So as he turns to the corner of the room, "Soon, my love," you see a brief moment of distraction.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's not gonna do it.
What was it?
What was good?
That one.
No!
We're not rolling well. So far, it's been a 4 and a 1.
Oh, sad.
Now you think he's not paying attention at all as he turns to the corner of this room.
Oh, I do have him.
But as you go to attack, a simple as he parries you with the blunt of his hand as you try and bite him.
You know what?
That's all. Do I take damage?
No, you don't.
Have I taken damage in combat yet?
No.
No.
So that is your action. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, because he'll have. No, I'm good.
Okie dokie.
These two of these.
Back to Stefan.
Stefan will shoot him.
Yeah, he's within range.
Did he
He's got
cast
like
out
a
his mask?
+7.
That's
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
going to miss because that's a natural 7, so even
So
with 14 does not make.
Even when he's not here, he can't roll good.
He's going to move a little bit back. He's still in range, but he wants to be close to his wolves, I imagine. Sylvius, you're up.
Oh, cool. Use my Valve Energy to get that advantage. I guess I'm just gonna hit him.
So you need to move.
Oh!
Nikolaius falls down the stairwell.
Bye.
Yeah, I can move to him.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
I'm also going to use Divine Smite. Hold on.
Cool.
21.
That hits.
Okay, cool.
Right, Valve Enmity with advantage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
You
So
got
Sylvius
Sylvius.
runs forward, weapon out of the hilt, and it glows
What
with
am
the
I doing?
divine light of the Raven Queen.
So D10 for your weapon.
Yes.
Yes.
And then,
D4 for your magic thing.
Stab.
Whatever smite.
yeah.
Where did my pin go?
And then Divine. Let me just double
3d6.
check. Divine Smite is he a fiend or an undead creature?
No.
Okay.
I think it's
Never mind. Then it's 3d8.
Cool.
Oh, it's only 3d8.
Only 3d8.
Oh, what a shame. Okay, so that is with my poison damage. That's
Sure.
3 points of poison damage.
Okay, he has resistance to poison, so that's half
Oh,
to 2.
screw you, dude. That is 6 points.
remember your bonuses.
Oh yeah, okay. Remember my bonuses. So that's 9.
Just 9.
9 points of slashing damage.
Magic
Okay.
slash.
Magic slashing.
That's alright, he's not resistant to slashing.
Slagic mashing.
And then 8 plus 6 plus 2, so that's 16 points of
16
divine
points all up,
damage.
or 9 points and then 16?
It's 16.
16
It's-
up, alright.
Is the
16.
point of
Radiant?
Radiant, yes.
Cool, Radiant does not.
Radiant darkness magic.
So
Raven
essentially,
Queen.
the weapon comes out, and as it does, it glows with the light of the Raven Queen. Burns with
Oh.
green fire.
So that was 16 points of radiant damage plus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The arc in which you spin catches him, clear in the side. No, he hadn't actually even seen you approach, I imagine, at this point, skulking through the shadows.
Sneaky boy.
As soon as this form, he turns, but too late as it sinks into his side.
Oh, and if you're still giving me that Ollie damage, that plus 2 damage until Ollie changes his mind damage.
Yeah. Sure.
That's what it is.
That's what it is,
Shitty
yeah.
Ollie damage.
The Ollie damage. And he takes the full force. And usually when you swing at someone with that kind of strength, they would topple or move. He kind of just... Where did you come from, little one?
You
Little
delivered.
boy.
Okay, is that all you're doing?
Yeah.
Then Maple, the cleric.
Cool. Visually, how's everyone looking? I'm just gonna like do a little.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like,
Cool.
great. My teeth are glinting in the sunlight. My hair looks great.
I am
My skin is plump.
a little damaged.
Skin is
Your skin is plump?
Cool.
Sure.
Cool. In that
Right.
case, I'm just gonna try and inflict wounds
Cool.
on
Nice.
this man's. It's 17.
Oh, just hits.
Yes.
Roll
Nice.
damage.
Well, now
So-
we've got,
Essentially, as he turns to Sylvius, you just hand on chest and focus that divine energy. And as you get it in your hand, you kind of just reverse the polarity of the energy.
20 points of necrotic damage.
Wow, we sisterino.
20. So essentially, as soon as he turns, just this emanation of necrotic. Ah, lovely. My favourite. Anything else?
No,
Wait,
did he take?
Isn't he?
We were told that
does
he
he
was
take double
vulnerable.
damage to necrotic?
Necrotic?
To necrotic.
Yeah, I was told that he takes
So
double
that's,
damage.
does that double to 40?
I do not have it written down.
But that's what
We
you
were
said last
told.
game.
We were told last.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's from a critical source or not.
if you
but that's
review
what
the
we were told.
footage,
Yeah, if we review the footage, we were told
That he was vulnerable to necrotic.
necrotic damage.
If you want to
That
negate
was
that now,
someone
now's the
in-
chance.
There was someone in White Staff who told us.
Yeah, they were like, he's not.
That was Nemesis, wasn't it?
No,
Oh,
we were
okay.
told he wouldn't get hit by flame damage
Fire or cold.
or cold, but
Okay.
he was susceptible to necrotic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right. Yes, I had necro written down. I had fire written down, but it's necro. Yes, sweet. Okay, 40 points. There you go.
That's why I was like, I can use inflict wounds.
Nice. So essentially, and There's a streak of black veins.
Does he say, not my favourite?
This streak of black veins, right across his face,
You want this pink hair back?
and this this
It's so rare. It's pink.
this fuck it. Next person. All right, Nicholas.
Oh, okay.
Wouldn't you be excited if you found some pink hair?
So, what's the giant doing at the moment?
He's hulking. He's moving his way towards the party, but he was too far away to
So,
get there.
he hasn't.
I thought he attempted to grapple last game.
Yeah.
He
Sorry.
tried to grapple Cool Deer.
Sorry, I didn't watch
So, he
the
hasn't
footage.
resisted? He hasn't resisted the.
He hasn't resisted this.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to Eldritch Blast.
Cool
Cool
Deer.
Okay. Okay. What's the range on that?
Blast some cool hair.
So that is.
Call him an air
I'm pretty sure it's 120 feet.
Sweet, no worries.
So that's. I don't think it's going to hit. Is that a 16?
Does not hit.
His armor class is 17. We worked that out last round.
Eldritch Blast, a streak of purple energy, just scatters across the room, narrowly missing Sylvius, Silk, and Maple, and Caldia, right through the centre on the back. There's actually now this small, like, black scorch mark on the back. Anything else?
Bonus action. I would like to. Wait. Oh, sorry, can I replace that?
Like to wait.
Just one more time, just to double check the protection against good
How
and
many
evil.
minutes in and we're already checking?
It's not as bad as we've been before.
So-
We are not.
Well, when Raymond's not here, it's chaos.
Oh.
I'm pulling my hair out, like, Olivia's crying in the corner.
I'm always crying.
Ollie's like, what do I do? And he's like drinking 5 cups of coffee.
Yeah. Only had one.
Zoe's just like Googling everything, sweating like,
And
I
Nikolai
never
just
know
says,
what's
we
going
need to
on."
get back on
I
track.
need to get back to this.
So, is he an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead?
Elemental.
Elemental? Great. I'm going to take a potion of protection against good and evil.
Alright, so, bonus action.
Can I? Can I?
Oh yeah,
his
you
hand?
got.
Yeah.
Use your
Zoe,
You can buy these.
Yeah.
you have a potion of protection from good
You
and evil.
could not.
Sorry.
We all got protections of good and evil from
Potions.
the disco awesome rave party.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
was the white
I'm so glad I missed
Someone
that.
remember.
It was the gayest event I've ever been to.
So good.
Out of
so
game
good.
and in game.
Oh, got it.
Is that your turn?
That is my turn. Oh, well, actually, can I move? I want to move in range so I can get a relatively clear shot of the giant.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
not,
I'd say
not too close.
That's good, I think.
I want to stay out of range of any like 30 feet spells that he can cast.
Okay. So, oh, sorry. Now we get to the Hill Giant's turn, and he's going to multi-attack someone.
Wait,
He's-
but he's charmed, is he not?
Oh yeah, what's the save
Suggested.
again, sorry? I suggested, yeah.
It lasts until he completes the action or something breaks it, which will be either him taking damage
Yeah.
or me losing concentration.
Okay, so what was the suggestion?
Suggestion is for him to go grapple Calder.
Ah, right, okay, cool. Oh, well, that's what he's going to try and do. So, he comes in there. I'll just double check his strength. +5. That is 7 + 5 is 12. Caldea's strength is that. 16, 18. Alright. So, he does not manage to grapple, but he's now right next to Caldea. Caldea turns. He sees the familiar look in the eyes of the Hill Giant. One that has handed over partial mind to the other cause. And he just kind of recognises that instantly. As he does, the Hill Giant goes to grapple as quick as a Hill Giant can with his frickin' like skinny trunk arms.
It's fucking
Thomas is just sitting there like, what the fuck?
It's definitely different from watching it and being here live.
However, as he goes to grapple, Caldea sees this, just lowers his head, and there's just this emanation of this misty ice field. And the Hill Giant cannot, for the life of him, get through that.
Calder's like,
That mine,
Okay,
It was an
Raiko, you're up.
icy mist.
oh, me?
Yeah.
It's a shame.
Back to you.
I'll try and actually, I'll give advantage to Silk
Cool.
for her attack.
So, essentially the words of the bard float across, and as they hit your ears, this ancient shamanic chant. Sorry?
Ear holes.
Spider.
Spiders have ear holes. It's like a weird cavernous system.
Like a
I
bird?
have gotten really into. It's like a bee. They're like little like caverns of sound that like it travels through to work like an ear.
Due to all common knowledge of physics, beings should not be able to get their fat little bodies off the ground.
No, it's fine, I'll wait. Alright, so the air
That's my
holes.
turn.
Sorry,
quite
the air
a
holes.
Good. I
Fuck
got-
it, you get extra inspiration. Go.
Oh,
Anything
it's
else?
advantage on your next attack.
Excellent. Alright.
Oh my god, no.
That's my turn.
Cool,
It's always
cold
fun
air.
to watch out for the point where we break Ollie.
I mean, we're only 2 minutes in. I can't take this anymore. I'm so tired from being sick. I've had no sleep.
Oh, same.
Do you know what you should do? Because
Get over it.
you've got good. Huh?
Get over it? Is that what you're
Oh
gonna
no, I was gonna say just kill everyone.
Okay,
it might
sweet.
make you feel better.
Alright, that sounds good. Okay, I'll try that. Alright,
Just start with the elements.
multi-attack.
I know, but like, I'm just
one,
so
two,
used to
wait.
that.
Yeah.
Where is my... Why did I always forget one? Alright, D4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Raiko. Attacks. 3. Core attacks. Okay. 13.
13 does not hit my armor class.
Oh, sorry. I was looking at the wrong bonus. That's 9, 15, and 23. 22. 15 and 22.
15 is my armor class.
Okay.
So 2 of them hit.
Oh, 22 is mine.
So essentially, he just like turns to you, and you see his
Some of them
face.
hit me.
You see him make a decision. The next thing you notice is just scratch marks across your body. He moved with such speed, your eyes were not able to catch up.
Oh, sad.
That's 10 plus 22 points of 22 points of slashing damage. As he just
Okay,
flurry
knock me over.
poof, hits the ground,
And the hill giant is no longer suggested.
And his-
unconscious.
and his eyes woof, come back.
Are you
He-
unconscious?
Yes. He now turns his attention back to the rest of the party, the hill giant,
What?
who, as he sees and realizes what has happened to him, pounds his fists together, and the sound is horrible. That is Caldear. Half-orc druid, you're up.
I'm gonna attack Calder. I'm gonna
Go
bite
for it. You have advantage because of the inspiration.
Cheeky nom.
Sure. Well, fuck. That was a 2, by the way.
Okay.
So we're allowed 3 F words in order to keep our audience. Like still
6 for 21.
That hits. Roll damage. All right.
6 for 21. What is your bonus?
Sorry. So 2d8. 2d8.
That's
Sorry.
exactly
So 14.
Jinx.
It's a 3, but it's a 24.
I mean, Liam did that. He said I rolled a 3, but it's a 37.
Jesus.
Okay. It's poison damage.
Right. He's got resistance, so he takes half.
Okay. So you need to make a con saving throw of
Okay.
DC 11.
9 does not make it.
Okay. Cool. So then you take
Oh.
5 points of damage.
5 points. Right.
Yeah. That's
Cool.
half.
Tasty.
That is halved already.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Cool.
tasty balls.
This time, as you go to bite, he's just taken a very large hit of necrotic damage. And he's kind of shaken a little bit. He just angrily flurries at Raiko, and as he does, into the side of his leg, black and blue blood just starts pouring from it.
So good.
I'd like to move as
Is he
well.
cold-blooded?
So if
Okay.
I move, are the hill giant and Kandala?
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 Kandala will get an attack of
The
opportunity.
whole
but-
suburb gets
Yeah,
attack
the
of
entire
right,
suburb
it's a
of
suburb.
Kandala.
the hill giant will not get. The hill giant will not because you're not
Okay,
within
cool.
5 feet.
Cool dear. I would like to go on. Where's the wall? The closest wall.
Here. Oh, closest wall is the back wall.
Okay, cool. I'd like to try and scuttle up as
Just gonna roll the
far
hit.
up the wall.
So he's gonna use a crossbow. No, he's not. He's just gonna use a sword. Actually, he's gonna use. Yeah, he's gonna use a sword.
Why don't you roll?
No,
for it?
forget it. He does not. So essentially, you scuttle away with great speed. What's your movement as a spider? 50.
30.
Times each leg, so like.
So 5, 10, 15, 20. But then you've got climbing speed on top of that.
Yeah.
So what's your climbing speed?
13.
13. All right. So I imagine you're going up the wall
Mm-hmm.
in classic silk style. All right. So the giant the giant spider, just with great. That's not
He's
the
just
word. He's on the wall. Great speed, just kind of, and Caldear sees it, and woof, just strikes nothing but air as you woof, to the side. Anything else? Okay, back to Stefan. With a nat 1, is not doing much. Sylvius.
Well, I'm out of spells, so I'm just gonna keep hitting him with my pointy sword.
Sure. Roll that.
7.
This does not hit. Anything else you'd like to do?
Unless I have a magical potion that restores all of my spells. No.
You have
Okay,
protection
in that
from good
case,
Yeah,
Maple.
I guess I'll shove that down my gullet.
Okie dokie.
You've got to stop making that noise. It's visceral and I don't enjoy it.
Okay, sure.
Smash it
You're up.
Alright, I'm gonna fucking cure wounds, Raiko.
That's a good idea.
You should probably be alive. So I'm gonna do that. So you get, it's a 2, but you get 9 points of healing.
Cool.
Awesome. Thank you.
The white light, the white smoke emanates from. I'm going to say you use your staff for this. Just kind of like put it to.
I have to touch it, so I'm gonna use my hand.
Okay, that works too.
You should really ask how I do my spells because I know that.
What's the
Oh,
time?
that's
I think we'll call it there.
radiance light. Actually, it's darkness. Literally the opposite of that.
Okay, is that all you're doing?
No, I'm actually also gonna down my protection from good and evil as a bonus action.
Cool. Raiko, essentially you feel this white hot light through your form and eyes open once more. Nicholas.
Oh,
Doing its best Tiberius impression.
I'm going to Eldritch Blast the giant.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
That's a 17.
That hits, roll damage.
Sweet. Okay, wait, okay. D10. No, that's a D8. Why do I always grab the D8? That's 6 points of force damage.
Better than, I thought it was like
Better
a 1.
than no points.
Yeah, I was
of
like,
force damage.
ooh.
Cool.
Maple
I
says
rolled
that.
a 2, but I can add my
Okay.
Cool.
charisma bonus as my bonus action. I don't think I can.
Wow.
Nah, there's nothing I can do as my bonus action.
Okay.
So that's my turn.
Hill Giant's turn.
Oh, not right now.
Sylvius, you are being multi-attacked
Oh, it's awesome. My favourite.
by the Hill Giant.
Oh, dude. Halfling
That's,
versus
uh,
Joe.
That's 14
No.
and 26.
26 just hit.
Cool.
This halfling versus this Joe.
So,
I imagine I'm doing like ridiculous quantities of gloves.
Usually when people make this is
fine.
Yoda versus fucking.
Oh my god, yes, Yoda's. Ah.
13 points of bludgeoning damage
Okay.
as one fist cracks you in the shoulders and you kind of, and the second swings, but this time you've got used to his movements. You can see that he's swinging kind of slowly. He swings a lot of force, just not very slowly, so you just, as the second one overhead, just that's him. Raiko, you're up. You're awake on the floor.
Yeah.
I'll
Half
use
my
half
health.
my movement to stand up.
Cool.
I'm gonna get excited when anyone gets hurt.
Raiko the bard kind of steps back up. You've still got like marks on your body, but they're no longer bleeding.
I'm going
Snow
to.
leopard has been injured. The snow leopard will remember that.
Shit.
Can you refer to yourself as the snow leopard?
Only in third person.
Brutal. Cool, dear.
Mhm.
Giant disobeyed you. You should punish him.
Mhm.
And so he has to make a wisdom save.
Okay.
Oh, DC
Hope
15.
he's not wise.
Nope, fails the save.
Yeah. So he has to punish.
Okay, alright. Well, it's his turn, so that's exactly what it's going to do. Cool. So, let me think.
We're very easily entertained.
Anytime anything good happens, I'm like, this is the best!
Okay, he's going to try and restrain the Hill Giant. Plus.
What if you had like a 20 wisdom when you do
Okay, cool. Coldier manages to just wrap the Hill Giant's arms together and holds them in place. His eyes just kind of loosely assessing the situation or paying slight attention to reality, but not really too much. As he just holds on to him. Half-elf druid. Oh, does he repeat the save at the end of his turn?
No, that lasts until he takes damage, or until I lose concentration,
So you're up.
or until he completes the action.
Currently on the wall.
Does recharging take up the whole turn?
You can't recharge anymore, I'm pretty sure. Once you fail to recharge, you have to wait a long rest.
Oh, sad.
Yeah.
Is it
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know the rules for it.
Fairly short.
Raymond doesn't know the rule.
I got it, I'll look it up.
It's a druid thing.
It's
Can I wait?
Sure thing, it's not
until
like you.
we-
Yeah, sure. Would you like to hold your action or actually wait?
Like,
Yeah, that's fine. I need that after you as well.
yeah. I tried googling it, but
Did you put? If you just put giant spider 5e, I'm pretty sure that with a recharge once you fail it, that's it. That's your spell slot expended. If you're in the chat and you know the answer to this,
It's recharges 5 and 6.
yeah, but she's already failed. Does that mean she gets to repeat the recharge save? Glad we cleared that up.
well, technically, since it wasn't me, literally,
Yeah.
that failed it. No, okay. Fair enough.
Let's try. I appreciate the try.
Okay, I'll go. Okay, whatever. I'll just
What?
yeah, whatever. How high is the wall?
About 60 feet.
Okay.
You can actually, guys, I think I mentioned this last time, you can see that this is in the top of the island, essentially. So you can actually see daylight through some cracks in the roof.
I would like to climb another 30 feet up
Yeah.
the wall.
Scuttle, yeah.
And then I would like to jump off the wall
Sure.
and attack. Kandala's been mesmerized, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Cool,
The
dear.
hill giant. Can I reach? Can I try and jump
Onto the giant.
onto the giant?
Giant spider.
What
It's
if you try
giant.
to go along the roof?
What's your climb speed again?
30.
30. Then no, because you need to go a further 30 up the wall. Because you're only 30 up at the moment, and then you'd have to go 1 to 15 feet towards him. You can get in the position where you can do it next time.
Wait, don't.
At the beginning of each turn, roll a d6.
Awesome, okay,
If
so-
you get a 5 or a 6, you can use the ability.
You repeat that. All right.
sweet.
And
you.
the rest
That's
of all your abilities synergize with your weapon.
Thank you so much. Who was that in chat?
Me.
Oh, you looked it up.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Thomas.
Nice.
He's already showing.
Dave
paper.
wouldn't do that shit.
Yeah.
Eat your heart out.
So in that
Dave's just
So are you
drinking beer.
free every Sunday? Please.
my where?
Play your cards right.
How far away is the hill giant from me?
So currently 75 because you're up a wall.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. Yeah.
Technically speaking, wouldn't it be?
Like diagonal?
Yeah, so if it is, so if it's 30 feet, is it 30 feet up?
So.
And then,
Oh,
is it fucking?
Have you?
this is ridiculous. Wait,
Have you rolled?
you're already halfway up the wall, right? And the wall is 60 feet. Okay, so you need to climb 30 feet to get to the top of the wall.
Yeah, okay.
You have
To
30
do
feet
that.
climb.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then now you're on the top of the wall.
But the
But you're on
question
this
is how far
Diagonally,
away-
it is still 42 feet.
Yeah, we're not doing that though, because you have to drop on them. You can't jump.
I don't know, but in terms of using my web.
Weird.
Oh,
So
it's
it could be
weird.
done at diagonal, so it'd still be 40 feet
Oh.
diagonally to fire the web. I just
So-
worked it out using maths.
Mic drop once more. So you're 30 feet up. So another 30 to get to there.
Yeah, so if you got. Yeah. So.
Spiders don't know basics.
Is it 30 feet across and 30 feet up?
So no. So currently the wall is 60 feet.
Yeah,
She's 30 feet up.
yeah.
Okay.
Then he is 15 feet.
Oh,
This
that changes things
Yeah.
then. Hang on, just a tad.
Should I roll to? I'll recharge.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
see if I can recharge first.
Shit, let's do this. This isn't not.
I can't.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Are you
It's
serious?
still 33 feet.
But no, we're not doing diagonals because that's ridiculous.
I can do it every time. It takes me 2 seconds.
No.
I'm real good at it. That's why I
Are you disallowing maths?
Yes.
Are you?
I am disallowing maths.
Pythagoras doesn't exist in
The
my
Earth is
fantasy
flat.
world.
All right, the Earth is flat, and we all have
Pythagoras still works if the Earth is flat.
I'm just saying that in addition to it. I can't do this anymore. We're leaving this game. It's,
Me points out a basic math
this is
truth.
this is
So
the
for
end of
next Sunday, I will be taking over as DE.
it.
I'll
the
just,
channel, the whole
I'm
channel.
just gonna scuttle up
Yeah, sure.
the 30 feet. So I'm now at the top.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Cool.
I was like, there's no place like Blackwater
It's true. That's what's going through my head. All right. Stefano's holding his action. Sylvia's.
So unloved.
Sylvia's, you're up.
Oh, hey. Yeah, I'm just gonna try and hit him again. No.
Okay. Maple, you're up.
Cool. I'm going to use my. What's it called? Spiritual
I'm
weapon.
so sorry.
Warhammer.
But
Nah.
you still have spiritual weapon out, I think.
Oh, did I?
And we just forgot
Forgot about it.
Are you
Well, I
sure?
used 2 bonus actions. Bonus actions? I used a bonus action last time, so I wouldn't have used it last time anyway. So I'm gonna use preserve life.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, so I'm gonna give. What's your hit? Sylvius and Rico, you 2 have been hit, right?
Yeah.
Has anyone else been hit?
No.
Cool. What's your max hit points?
26.
26 and
17.
17. Cool. You both get 10 hit points
Yes.
Thank you.
as an action.
I'm now fully healed.
Yay.
Dope.
And can I use my spiritual weapon as a bonus action?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna
Who against?
against the hill giant.
Okay.
Nice.
So it is a 23.
Roll damage.
I've forgotten how much damage it does. I'm not smart.
D8 plus your wisdom modifier.
Thank you. So that is 9 points of force damage. Thank
Cool.
you.
Cool. Alright. Nicholas.
Okay, I'm going to Eldritch Blast the hill giant.
Roll to hit.
No.
Hill Giant's turn. He's going to try and break free of the grapple. With 18, he will.
At least a 12 hits.
No, it does not.
Oh, you were this close.
Okay, he... Yeah. Multi-attack. Sylvius, that is 19 and 22.
Sylvia's gonna die.
Doesn't it have to
Again?
use
Whoa.
this action to break
Is it,
the
it's,
grapple?
it is.
Die?
It uses an action to do that. Yeah, no, you're right. So Riker.
Oh, me?
Sorry, I realised that it's his action to break the grapple, and he doesn't use weapons as a bonus action.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
How healthy does the hill giant look?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Well, I mean, it works out.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Because.
I'll just stab the hill giant.
Oh, it's
Roll it.
fine.
Oh, you'd have to move to get within range, because he's there,
Okay.
and you're there.
Yeah. I'll just
Okay, cool.
Ah, yeah, I need to draw something, so I'll draw a short sword.
Cool.
That is a 22.
That hits for damage.
Solid.
5 piercing.
Cool, alright. Is that all you're done?
Yep.
Cool, Deer is up. He's gonna just,
Is he still under the control?
yeah, so he's gonna try to break that. What's
I
the
like
save?
it.
Is it con or whiz? They're the same.
It lasts until he completes the action or I lose concentration.
Okay. Alright. In that case. Yeah, so he's just gonna punch the hill giant in the face. Because you told him to. With 4 points of damage, right? That would be his action completed. But he doesn't have anything as a bonus, so back to Half Orc Druid.
Hold on. Sick rapes are happening.
It's actually the web.
I would like to scot on the ceiling.
Yep.
So that I'm on top of the hill giant.
Okay,
I
yep.
thought it was just cold.
And it's 60 feet in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try and recharge my web.
Cold air.
Oh!
Alright.
I make it.
Cool.
Cold air.
I don't have a thing to put you on.
It's cold
so
air.
What?
It's cold air.
Guys, I can see my breath.
What's called?
Because his name's called Deer.
Oh, it's
yo!
cold
That works.
That's cool.
And minty fresh.
I'm gonna try and web him.
What's my save?
Your save is.
You have to roll to hit first.
You have to roll to hit first.
Go for it.
Yes.
So this is against the giant, right?
Mhm.
Cool.
Oh fuck. Looks like he's 9.
Nope, unfortunately not.
Okay, cool. That was my action. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna wait there.
Cool. Alright, Stefan shoots. 8 misses. Sylvius.
I'm going to use abjure enemy on the, just because why not, on the giant. So he must make a wisdom saving throw. Is he a fiend or an undead?
No.
Okay. Well, he gets disadvantage and he's frightened
If I fail.
if he fails. Yeah.
12.
God damn it!
With a -1 modifier, he hits it at 12.
Yeah, he makes it by 2.
That was unlikely. He had -1. Anything else?
And then I'm gonna try and help Coldier out and hit him. Hit the giant.
So
not Coldier.
the spell, is that a bonus action?
It's not a spell. It's one of my paladin-y. I get to do both of them twice a day, or
But isn't it an action to do? Does someone have the handbook?
it's a bonus action.
Cool,
okay.
cool. In that case, yes, you can. Why has the music stopped?
Never mind.
I can't feel the atmosphere.
Okay,
So I'm
Maple.
gonna put one in.
I'm gonna create it.
Right. I'm just going to see if there's a broken DM playlist.
DM, can I look at the monster manual, please?
Unfortunately not.
And
Unless
I
you're looking
need
up
to-
yourself.
Yeah.
just
for the little beast.
If you just search the name of the creature with 5E at the end on Google, that'll
Oh,
it's
sure.
just easier looking at.
okay.
5E.
I promise I won't.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I
Be
trust you.
silly.
All right. Maple.
Okay, I'm going to. I did not think this one through. I'm gonna. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna spiritual weapon the hill giant again
Yep.
first.
It's going to arrange my dice into nice shapes.
Pretty. It's a 15 to hit that hill giant.
That hits.
Yay!
Why is this not working?
10 points of
Oh,
force
okay,
damage
Cool.
for
Nice.
Mr. Man's over there. And then, because no one's dead, I'm gonna hit him with my warhammer.
Nice.
How much damage was that? Sorry.
10
10.
points of force damage.
Cool.
Wait, is the spiritual weapon here or not?
I just use the spiritual weapon then.
That's it.
Oh,
There.
right.
And then I'm gonna hit him with my warhammer.
Cool. The hill giant again.
Yeah,
Here's the sound.
which is gonna be fun. It is a 2, so I don't do that.
No, I imagine
Which
not.
is funny because I'm real bad with a warhammer anyway. So maybe it was probably a bit like.
You swing, and yeah, I'd even say that you don't swing hard enough. You hit him, and he just kind of stands there, takes the hit, and goes, "Oh yeah, this again."
Maybe it was like.
Okay, with less.
I love our very smart warlock.
the giant or cool deer?
A giant.
All right, go to hit.
Wait, yeah. 18.
Roll damage. This time, the purplish energy streaks across the room and strikes its target true.
5 points.
Okay.
I'm not
It's
rolling.
better than the.
I'm not.
He's looking like that one hurt. That one hurt. All right. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, that's all I'm doing.
Okay. So he can only attack 2. So that's Sylvius, multi-attack of the hill giant.
Cool.
That's
Remember, you've got
Oh,
protection. Wait, is he a Fey Fiend
He's an elemental.
Elemental?
no.
So
Cool deer is an elemental.
Yeah, you want to play Hammock?
This
No,
is
the
No, the
hill
hill
giant.
giant's an
giant.
monster.
The hill giant's hitting me.
So when you
yeah.
have protection against
so
them, does
17?
they have disadvantage against you, or
Yeah.
do you have advantage
17
against
hits?
them?
They have
Oh,
disadvantage.
yeah. Wait, my armor class is 17.
So yeah. Other one was a nat 1, so that doesn't do anything.
And then you just slip
Destroy
some of the
him.
skin.
22 points of bludgeoning damage. As he just swings, you're lucky the other one didn't hit.
I have
And-
1 hit point.
Misses you, and the other one just cracks you hard in the chest. You feel a couple of bones splinter and break, maybe like the bottom 3 vertebrae, rib cages.
I was
Just
gonna say that's
crack
your
inside.
bottom.
That's what he's gonna do. Raiko.
I'll stab the hill giant.
Spits up
Yep,
some
go
blood.
for it.
Actually, yeah. So I'm going to draw my other short sword,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to stab the hill giant
Yep.
twice. That is a.
Was that a real roll?
I didn't write it down.
It's up to you. I don't know.
No, up to you. You can do it.
23.
Yeah, that hits. Roll damage.
Did Casper use his... Sorry, did Sylvius use his lay on hands last game?
I can't remember, and I didn't mark it on. So that
So
means
that's
say
8
no.
piercing,
Cool.
and then bonus action
Use it again.
with a 7.
Nope. Okay. Now we're back to Caldia. This is where I need the player's handbook, please.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Why is there? Oh. We plugged the thing into a different port, and now I can actually walk around here without falling over. That's nice.
Aww.
When the budget goes.
Already doing
One
better
more
than
play.
Dave.
Yeah, because you're the one that moved it.
Look
So.
at you go.
I know, right? I mean, I think Dave looks better, but you know, I'm here if you...
I mean, most of the time Dave's in his pajamas, so you're already doing.
Actually, I was gonna wear Dave's like robe and just sit here like, have my glass of
you
wine.
can wear a
And,
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle t-shirt every week.
you know
It'll
what?
be the same for
Every single week.
Just grow out my beard as well. Shave my head. Shots fired.
What
Sorry,
do you
Dave.
mean? Dave's not bald. What do you mean? What are you talking
He's got a
about?
full head of luscious locks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
got a
yeah,
full
he's
head of beanie.
He just he's been growing his beanie for years now, and the fact that you'd say
It
something like
looks
that.
so good on him. That he doesn't take it off.
So, multi-attack. He's going after the one that's injured. Sylvius, that is you.
Who's that?
Sylvius.
Hey.
Who's attacking?
Coldier.
Oh, dude.
He's got disadvantage.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I have to roll. Okay, he's got multi-attack with 3, so I have to roll each with the. Okay, I'll do them one at a time.
So does it count as him having completed the suggestion?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
It's his last turn.
Sweet.
He punished him.
Yeah, it's the big boy, babe.
20.
Yep, I'm dead. Bye. See ya.
9
Mm.
and 18.
Yeah, 2 of those hit.
Okay.
Bye,
I say
Sylvius.
no. So for the second attack, he can do
Oh yeah.
6 less damage.
Okay, so I'll just take that away at the modifiers, which is 11 points of slashing damage.
Okay, so I'm in minus 10.
And
Jesus.
So you're on
Sylvius
0.
Yeah.
hits the ground.
Wait, so it's only if so.
It's only if you go to negative your
So
minus
maximum.
So
your
if he went, if he did 27 points of damage, I'd be.
Yeah,
That would be
so
instant
but
death.
question,
Yeah.
if he does multi-attack,
Yeah.
does Sylvius go back to 0 every attack?
If,
So like,
So if you go the first one that hits could go to 0, and then the next one is an automatic failed death save.
okay, so
Right.
you've gone to
Wait,
0 now, and so the
wait.
next attack will be an automatic failed death save.
So
So
it was.
the thing is-
So yeah, 7 points knocks you down.
Yeah.
And then the 4. Yeah, that's a failed death save. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you're
This,
Because you
this
took damage
is the
once,
reason
so-
I hate being unconscious and fit that is you
Yeah,
they also get a critical hit on you and they also get advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That-
because
Sorry, I
he's
probably
got-
should have said that because all he's now
Oh,
gonna
true.
But
Yeah.
he's got disadvantage on the because he had disadvantage it
On
evens
every
out.
attack.
Yeah, it evens out.
Yeah, so it evens out to normal.
Yeah.
So there's no
Normal.
advantage.
Yeah.
Because he had
Yeah.
disadvantage from
Yeah,
the
yeah,
good
yeah.
over.
Yeah, that's a failed death save. So if you're still unconscious on the start of your next turn, you make another one. If it's a nat 1, that's 2 failed death saves. That's it. However, the half orc druid, your chance to save the party.
Okay, cool. And I want to go see Hiljite.
Okay.
Wait, because Kuldir just came out of his
Trance.
His
Yeah.
trance. So if
But,
Raiko
okay.
had said that not to hit the hill giant, it would have been because not to hit Kuldir, it would have been because he was under the trance that he just came out of.
Okay, cool. So I'd like to move on top of Kaldia.
Cool deal. Yeah. You'll get it.
I'll go. Yeah, I'll get
I'm just gonna hold you like this because it's a nightmare trying to get you actually.
And then
above it.
just
So
splatter drop.
hear me out.
Oh god. Okay.
Hear me
There's
out.
always a thing that is great to say in D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to.
This is gonna be ridiculous. I can tell.
Yeah, it is quite ridiculous.
Excellent.
Use wild shape and turn into a giant toad.
You've already used 2.
Haven't I got 3?
Not at level 4.
Oh.
You have 2 wild shapes.
Oh, you're gonna just do a spider then.
Sorry about that.
Oh. What? That's such a good plan. That's such a good plan.
I'll double check, but I'm fairly sure
Okay.
that's right.
Where are you gonna eat him? What's the plan? Were you gonna eat him?
Yeah, so like as a giant.
I remember
For him!
that.
For him! For him! For
How big's a spider's mouth? Could you still do it?
Could you still
Could you
bore
still
him?
eat him?
I don't think so. No. But like as a toad, you get to use standing leap, and I was gonna like projectile myself down onto Lana.
Yeah, you can. You
8
can
legs, just.
twice. You can eat.
Oh, okay. Next time.
Yeah.
In that regard, I'm gonna try and recharge.
Yep.
Nope. Okay.
Well
I'm just gonna drop.
Okay. Right next to Hill Giant.
Oh, no, on top
no,
of
no.
Kandala.
Oh, okay, yeah. So,
Still doing.
what are you trying to do?
Oh,
Cool deer.
Cool deer, like a deer with sunglasses.
Is it
Cool deer.
Cool
Yeah.
deer.
It's getting cool deer.
You're looking cool,
Good one.
dear. Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, so is that attempt to grapple or something?
You know, Ollie
Yeah,
spends
it's-
hours thinking of these names, and you guys just make fun of him at every step.
I mean,
Literally
I'd agree
everything I say gets made fun of in this group.
I would agree
Literally
with you
everything.
hours, except every time Dave goes, but what's the NPC's name? He's like, Jim.
No, I'm not very creative.
Leviathan.
I spend hours to come up with Jim.
So hold on. Yeah, it's Jim. Wait, wasn't
To
Jim
be
the
fair,
last?
just said
to be
something,
fair,
right?
I love the name Cool Deer.
Thank you.
But
Alright,
also love that it does sound like a deer wearing sunglasses. So both.
that's what's at the center of a
I've
black
imagined
hole.
him as like this
I
like
like him.
ethereally beautiful Iceman with like a tiny pair of antlers.
That's exactly what he is. So what were you gonna do?
Yeah, just like try and land on him and just make him, you know, if someone landed on you, you just.
Well, if a giant spider landed on you, Ollie, you'd probably freak out and be like, burn it! Burn it all!
My nightmare's been finally crossed into the mortal realm.
Yeah, I guess grapple, take down. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
alright, he's immune to grapple.
Punch him with all
Oh.
my arms.
Wow.
He-
Okay.
yeah, he's immune to grapple.
Wow.
Um,
Okay.
That is you.
Does he get hurt at all?
I mean, how heavy is a giant spider?
No, I'd say that he does not get
No,
injured
Giant
by
spiders
landing
weigh
on him.
approximately no.
Because you can't grapple him, so I imagine that you kind of hit him and he shrugs you off. 'Cause
Does he
otherwise,
get a bit weirded out from the hairy legs on his face?
yeah,
Oh,
I will roll. Yeah, he's weirded out. Alright, I rolled weird out.
Mental health
He
damage.
failed to save. He's slightly weirded out.
For an
He's not. It
ice
doesn't
elemental,
mean
he feels
anything
like
in
he's
D&D
got
terms,
spine.
but yeah, he's slightly weirded out.
Cool. I like that.
Oh my god, did you see that? It's so big!
Stefan, I don't even know. Maybe
He'll
it's
go, get the
What did
spray.
you roll?
Get the
14. That's probably actually a hit. I don't know what his weapons do. Where's his thing?
Yeah,
He's got +7
yeah. So
Yeah.
it'll
to his hit,
Yeah.
so it'll hit.
Shit,
yeah,
how?
he'll be using
Because
his
he's
good
got
bow.
his special ranger training gives him +2 for any ranged weapons.
Yeah, and then he's got a +2
And
because
he's
he got
got-
a brand new bow, and then he's got Hunter's Mark as well.
So he's got a +6, 1d6 for Hunter's Mark.
He hasn't hit hunted. He's
Is it?
attacking. He's attacking the hill giant.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Yeah. That's
And
not
he had
dead,
Hunter's Mark
so
on Cool
that
Deer.
doesn't count. But
So I
he
think this
does,
is it here,
that's
so-
a D8 plus his
Dex, which
Dex
is 2.
mod,
It's
which
called
is
his
3.
toenail.
No,
3.
Cold
Okay.
Oh.
Would he hit Cool Deer?
I don't know.
I'd
I was.
assume
I,
that-
in my head, I had him going after the hill giant because he's the one that's been doing more damage.
Cool deal.
Okay. No, right. He'll go for Claudia.
Well,
so
yeah, if,
Hunter's
if,
Mark then.
if
So
Dave's
8 and a
doing
6. Alright.
If he still hit the...
4, 9. Alright. 9 points of damage on Claudia. Oh wait. Up here. 9 points. 6.
His Dex mod's 3.
Yeah. I added 3. Okay, that's him. Sylvius. Time to make a death save.
Yeah. Cool. Oh, nat 20.
That's 2 successes.
Has him.
Yes. You don't become stable or anything.
I was
it's just
so
2
worried
successes.
that you were going to like pull out a Goliath. I said,
And
well,
hit a
Wait,
one.
you're right, I could easily roll in that one next
Okay,
time.
Maple, you're up.
Cool, I cast Cure Wounds on Sylvius.
Roll some healing.
He gets 10 points of healing. And then as a bonus action, I'm also going to cast oh no, I can't, I'm out of spell slots. I'm not going to do that.
I'm just gonna get
I'm
up.
out of first level
Yeah.
spell
Oh,
slots.
okay.
So I'm out of the first level, and I've got one more second level spell
So
slot.
it's just like, I would never get used to that. Dying hurts.
Oh, I
You
thought
roll
you
a
meant-
20 on a D20 and regain 1 hit point.
Oh, okay. Are you sure? I'm sure
That's
it was
what it
just.
says here.
I'm sure it was just 2 successes.
If you roll a nat 20 on a death save, then you regain 1 hit
Oh
point.
yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Cool.
So you-
Cool.
Yeah,
So
one
you're,
more.
you're actually stable.
Yeah,
You're
one
conscious. Nicholas,
Okay, Hell Giant, Eldritch Blast.
go for it.
That's a 19.
That hits for damage. Alright. Once again, streak of purplish energy cascades across the room.
Okay, cool.
7 points of force damage.
Cool. Alright, the hill giant himself. So you're still okay. He's going to attack you, Sylvius, because you're down.
Nice.
20 and 26.
Yes.
Okay.
Gets up.
This is okay. Ooh. 16 on the first one.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm dead again.
16 on the second one.
16. Oh, wow. So let's just...
So that's just
that's
that's a
minus
fail.
7 and then minus another 16.
What?
No,
Minus
because you fall unconscious on the first one.
Yeah.
The second attack, because it's multi-attack, it's not one attack
Second one
taken
is
into
zero.
negatives. So instead,
Yeah,
it's
so
a
it's
failed
zero,
save.
and then you take
Oh,
a fail.
okay. So
I'm fairly sure that's right. Okay, Ryko the bar.
Square one.
Yeah, so essentially you wake up on the floor after being savagely beaten routinely for a long time. You kind of just awake and look up and just pound. You go back down. Ryko.
I will attack. Cool, dear.
Cool.
This one is 23 to hit.
That definitely hits. Roll damage.
So that is 8 piercing.
Cool.
Second is 19 to hit.
That hits as well.
And that's another 3 piercing.
Cool. Alright. This time, Ryko. Shoo, across Kuldir. Oh, last mistake you'll ever make, my friend. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okie dokie.
How dare you speak like that to the snow leopard?
We are going to get some multi-attack going here. I'm actually just going to roll for
You
it.
sure
as
he's just not going to attack my dead body some more? 'Cause it seems
Yeah,
like a guy.
yeah.
And my armor class goes back
Well,
down.
you don't know
to
what he's
5 because
into.
you fell unconscious.
Now, he does have multi-attack. So if each one makes you fail a death save, that's an instant death.
Really? Does it do that if I feel unconscious?
Yeah.
So he's got advantage on all 3.
Oh, he's got disadvantage as well,
So
so
it's
it
a straight
cancels.
Cool. Let's have a look. 12. Does not hit.
Who?
You.
Wait,
I'm
no.
unconscious.
He's attacking the
I'm pretty sure when you're unconscious,
It's an
doesn't-
auto hit.
It's an
auto
auto hit.
hit.
Then with multi-attack.
Oh, he is just pounding my
he's
dead
just
body.
pounding the unconscious.
Sylvia's face. Scar.
So if that's 3 hits, and they all auto hit, that's 3 deaths.
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm
So
gone.
he's dead.
Oh, wow.
These streaks of necrotic energy across your face. You guys, Ryko, Maple, and Silk see the necrotic energies set right in. The dark wounds get darker. The blackness, kind of the skin goes grey. The head starts rotting a little bit.
Oh.
Bits of the skull just cave in,
Oh.
leaving brain just exposed. Sylvius. Half-orc druid, you're up.
Doesn't really work because there's stuff on both sides of my sheet.
I guess I'm just gonna fight.
Okay.
I think
Kuldir.
I said orcs.
Kuldir now has this cruel smile across his face as he realizes this one has been killed. The body lying, contorted, dark grey skin.
Yeah, on my death tally, just final strike.
He just kind of leans in, like face to corpse face. Just goes, farewell. Turns back to the rest of the party.
Okay, no, I'm not gonna bite. I'm gonna use a bonus action to just
Poof. Yeah,
It's normal.
the spider, the giant spider, now stands tall, half orc.
And then I'm gonna use my moonbeam, cast moonbeam on him.
Okay.
Oh, actually, where is he?
Right now. You're right next to him. You're right next to both of them.
Oh,
Maybe a
fuck.
flash.
Can I take that back?
Yes.
Can I not poo?
Yes. Okay, I'll allow it.
Bite.
Go for it. Kuldir.
Cocked.
No. Okay. You do, however, as you go to swing at Kuldir, his life force has been regained. You know, his vigor has returned, having been able to slain one of the people in his lair. So he turns, and as he does, he looks directly at you, and just like his claws are just sharp and glinting towards you. You actually do notice this this black shadow just out of Sylvius's body and travel up through the cracks in the roof.
I'd like to move back just 5 feet.
They'll both get an attack of opportunity.
Then I won't. I'll stay there.
Actually, if you moved here, only the hill giant would get an attack of opportunity.
No, I'll stay there.
All right, top of the initiative was Stefan.
No, she hasn't taken her turn yet. Do you want to bite him, or do you
Oh, I did.
Yeah, no, we-
Bite him.
Oh,
We
Yes,
did. She
yeah.
failed. Yeah, that was.
Never
Yeah.
mind.
You good?
Mhm.
Stefan's up. All right, he hunter's mark. He's going to use his trained eyes with 5.
Is that cock? Would it?
Could have been. It was.
I think. I
No,
don't know.
I'll roll it then. Plus what?
7.
7. Yeah, that's it. Right. So it's a D8 and a D6. So it's 11 points plus Dex is 14. I need to count for this. Cool. So, Stefan shoots this bolt, and as Deer is just staring at you, claws out, there's just this to his side, snaps it off, throws the broken arrow onto the ground. Then, we are back to Maple.
Cool. I'm gonna. I don't have any first level spells. I'm gonna use spiritual weapon first of all.
On Hill Giant or Cool Deer?
Cool dear.
Alright, roll to hit. He's not even paying attention to the weapon at the moment. As the attention is turned,
It's an 18.
that hits, roll damage. As he does, as he's glancing around the rest, thinking which one will fall next, from the back, radiant energy.
8 points of force damage.
Cool. Yep.
And then I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame on him, so he's gotta make a dex save.
Okay.
DC 14.
Okay. His dex is +4. 11 + 4, 15.
Okay. Didn't work.
Not to be a dick, but you're still alive.
How so?
It's not an automatic hit. It's critical hit,
Right.
but it's not automatic.
So
So
I
your
still roll to
dex
hit.
is still added to your AC, but you're meant to, if they hit you, you have it's disadvantage. It's advantage, but if they hit you, then you get an automatic critical hit, which is 2 failed death saves.
Oh yeah, but I already had one failed death save. So
Ah.
that's 3 failed
So
death
the
saves.
So he gets 3. You get 3 chances to
Yeah.
hit him if any of them hit, then he dies.
okay. All right. We will rewind back in time.
Sorry.
No, that's
I just,
fair. That's fair. I haven't.
I don't know, so I was like looking.
Yeah, like the chances of like. Okay, so they all have to be ones.
Just my soul. Just
So he's got +4 to hit.
Just on the first one, he can have -4.
So just a straight 11. No. +4. 9. No. The fates as they seem to have aligned. The single dice I find in my
So
hand.
what do you need to roll above?
So what's your AC?
AC is 17.
So I need to roll 13.
I'm gonna
Oh my god, just do it.
die.
Oh!
Okay. Now I have no idea. We're not going to go back because people have already done
Yeah,
stuff.
we'll just jump forward. Can
No.
I?
You're
Yeah.
just faking it.
So
I'm dying.
actually, no. I'm gonna say this. You guys watched Sylvia's die.
Yeah.
You
I
saw
fully
that.
get
Yeah.
smashed into like
Yeah.
mashed potato.
You saw that. You all saw that.
Yeah.
You felt it.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Can I see the place?
This is giant.
But just after you hit the ground, all of you see from the wall this slight just shift, and some of the more astute notice a blue light, and through the wall, this celestial form, this dark elven woman, cloak with metalwork at the point, just kind of steps forward through, just kind of gliding, and just picks you up, slams you onto the ground. The force is enough to reawaken you.
Yeah, sorry,
Is
sorry
the
guys.
skull still rotting and caved in?
No. As she
We're
slams you to the
pretty
ground,
brave.
We're
there's
pretty
just this
zombie
reversal
zombies.
as the necrotic energy into this ball. This elfin female just takes the ball of necrotic, just spins it around, back into the wall. You may find out who that was later.
Can I?
Yeah, I'm gonna
If my turn was after Sylvia's, can I use my action instead of using Sacred Flame because it didn't hit anyway? Dang.
No.
I hope.
Nikolai is here.
It's okay.
Huh.
Yeah, sorry. Just.
No, we have to
I
get
don't
it
know.
right.
I don't know.
No,
sorry.
don't be
Thank
sorry.
you. Thank you.
Yeah.
It could have there was a low chance that it would have worked anyway. So like.
Alright, I'm going to. Last day, motherfucker.
Go for it.
I'm attacking cool bear.
I imagined as much when you said motherfucker.
Okay, so that's a 20.
That hits, roll damage.
something.
You don't need the
God,
risk.
that was so intense. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, I've rolled nothing but 1s and 2s on damage.
It's because
Okay.
I'm watching.
So that is 5 points of
Cool. Alright.
force damage.
That was you. Hill Giant is up. It's Sylvia's.
Plus 4.
Hill Giant's
I
up.
rolled a 1, but I
Okay.
Oh, is it right?
Hill Giant is up. He's going for you.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
And it's a monster minion.
How many times has this happened? Twice. I'm just like, no, just do it.
So
Do it.
are you're still unconscious with 1 failed death save, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Unless
So-
she like.
Yeah,
no,
it's
no,
just
she
you.
that was just me reversing time.
Oh.
So we got the rules right. Okay, so he's got +8 to hit. So he needs 11 or higher. That hits. Failed death save.
Oh my.
Oh, I thought you were.
This
No.
is
All that happened was we reversed time and got the rules right.
Oh, okay.
Pointy
So-
cloak, elven lady reversed time, and was like, nah, I don't want this yet. This is too much. And then she's like, oh, well, fuck.
Once again, another roll. If this is 11 or higher,
Oh, cool.
that's it. I don't think I'd have to do this again.
It's like a net 20, isn't it?
Holy shit.
It's a net,
It's
isn't
a
it?
10.
Oh
Just
my gosh.
fails. Wait, what's your armor class?
17.
Yeah, that hits. It's a +8. Shit, I fucked that up. So,
Once again, peace out, baby.
unfortunately, the hill giant has seen this celestial figure into the room
I don't
and
know.
come back. I stuffed that up, sorry. One fist down, one fist down. This time you hear bones all throughout Sylvia's bodies simultaneously snap. Once again, a black shadow. Raiko, you're up.
Everyone's like, again?
I'm gonna still.
We're stuck in a
I'm
time
just
loop.
gonna go. What is Groundhog Day? Jesus. Sylvia's
Oh!
No,
I wish for death now, like this pain.
Second one is 21.
that does hit. Roll damage.
Only
It's
if I
a
got to
6.
1 hit point. Like I've got lay on
6
hands, I
piercing.
could have healed myself for 20 points if it was my turn. But every time the hill giant's like, no.
Yeah. In fact, now it is Kildea's turn.
Oh, bonus action, I would like to inspire Silk.
Okay. Once again, the shamanic chant from the bard through your form. Strength, speed rushes through your body. Kildea is going to triple claw attack. 1, 2, 3. 2. That is Maple. So, 3 claws come scratching at you with great speed. It's Kildea. 19, 15, and less than that.
The 19 hits.
The other two do not. Alright. That is only 6 points of slashing.
Fine.
Yeah, that's what he's going to do. Okay. Half-Orc Druid, you're up.
Okay.
You've now just watched Sylvius fall,
Time for this
boom, dead,
another time.
brought back by this celestial elven figure,
I've been brought
and
back
then
3 times.
smashed into a pulp on the ground.
Bardic Inspiration is 1d6 plus 2 to any d20 roll within the next 10 minutes.
Okay.
You can choose to add it after you roll.
Cool. Thank you. So, who's the block?
That's a spiritual weapon.
Spiritual weapon.
Oh, okay. Awesome. So I am gonna poof.
Okay.
Yeah. And then use my moonbeam.
Yeah.
5-foot radius, so that only.
So this 5 feet here. So centered on the body. So you can get both those.
No. So
That will get
just.
her as well.
Yeah. Just.
Oh, right.
Cool.
So just- That's the hill giant.
Oh, that's the hill giant.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can only already go there.
Yeah, I'll do
Okay,
that then.
cool. Hill giant, right.
So now you need to make a con saving throw of
Mhm.
14.
Okay. Con. It's +4. Yep, 21.
Okay, cool. And then you take 2d10 damage, or half 2d10 damage.
Okay, roll a hit. Well, I mean, roll damage, and then half.
Showing the margarita with like the Raven Queen just watching all of this like, oh, what a day. God, you know death? God, I know death, honey. Oh, honey. Dying, honey? Honey.
2 points of radiant damage.
Okay. Again, it doesn't seem to phase him too much. This beam of light just through his form. It kind of burns a little bit, little sizzles of smoke on his skin, but he just kind of pats it out. Anything else?
No.
Okay, Stefan. He's going for Kildea once more. 14, that hits. Hunter's Mark, and that one. 6, 11 plus 4, 14. So, 14. Cool. Maple, you're up.
I was like, oh, Sylvia. Oh.
He's
So spiritual weapon first of all.
Against Kildea, or
Cold air, yeah. It's 18 to hit.
definitely hits for damage.
Yeah. So 7 points of force damage
Okay.
for cold air.
Nope.
And then I'm gonna try Sacred Flame again.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot to mention that he had disadvantage against me last time he hit me.
Okay.
But we'll just remember that for next time because I forgot.
Sure.
So I'm gonna try spiritual, not Sacred Flame.
Yep.
What a thing.
What's the save?
Dex save.
14.
DC 14.
Okay, so I need a 10 or higher. Yep, it's an 11 plus 4 is 15.
Woo! And then I'm gonna yell, Bear, hit me!
Bear!
I don't know!
Do you mean
Maple turns into a goat.
I don't know.
Caldera responds very well.
Good, yeah, that's
Yep.
it.
very well, Smosh?
I'm trying to get him to hit me.
Before he does, Nikolai, it's your
Okay. How far away am I from Sylvius?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45.
Okay. I'm going to move.
Would you call it Sylvius or just a pile of bones and mush, really?
It's basically just a pulp from
Yeah.
Okay,
here.
I'm going to
With
walk.
Impressions of fists.
I'm going to walk 20 feet towards the Sylvius spaghetti.
Okay.
Spaghetti this.
And shit. I'm going to Eldritch Blast the giant.
Okay.
At least I'll make a pretty cool.
13.
That just hits. He's not
Okay.
wearing any armor, he's
Nice.
a hill giant. Roll
Right.
damage.
So that is 10 points of force damage.
Right.
Oh, you rolled higher.
Yeah.
Yay! Woo!
And yeah, that's my turn for now.
Okay. So, hill giant is up. Okay. He kind of wants to attack Maple because she's said attack me,
At the
but
start of his turn, since he's in the moonbeam, he has to make another con saving throw.
Oh yeah, I want
8.
to stay out of that.
Okay, yeah. So then, yeah, everyone should.
Yeah. So this whole room, this whole section is just bright hot
Yeah.
light.
So then he takes 13 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
Giant walk towards the light.
Yeah, so he's going to
Maple's
move.
literally making like come at me movements.
Cool. Well, he's coming after you, Maple. That means Raiko and Silk both get attack of opportunity.
Cool.
20.
That hits.
What? You want some? You want some of this?
He
He's
takes
racist against
5 piercing.
Yep. And Silk.
I'm gonna poison spray.
Okay. It's only a melee attack, isn't it? As a
I
reaction.
think it's
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
only it's
okay,
melee.
cool. I'll quit stuff.
Cool.
12 plus.
That hits. Roll damage.
Oh,
Because its armor class is 13, so no matter what its class, that's a hit.
Sorry, I've not used my core stuff yet.
Should be 1d8 plus strength.
1d6. Oh, that's
okay.
fine. No, yeah, that is 1d8.
Yep.
So, 8 plus
Strength modifier.
8. It's just
What?
Just 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sorry, yeah.
Maple, Hill Giant runs round. Multi attack. That is 20 and 12. Wait, no, sorry. This is the guy that has plus 8. Yes, it is. So, 24 and 16.
The 24 hits, the 16 misses.
Okay. Roll my d8s. That's a 6. 15.
Cool.
Sorry, 16. 16 points of bludgeoning damage. Are you still standing?
Yeah.
Right, cool. Just checking.
This is why Maple was like, hit me!
Yeah. Could have used that slightly earlier. Raiko, you're up.
Yeah.
Hey, like, you fire.
I mean, it's fair.
I'll stab Caldia.
Yeah.
That's an 11.
It's not a hit.
I
Cock.
think that's cocked.
Yeah.
That's 18.
Yeah, 18 hits. Roll damage. Once again, now you guys have not seen
That
Raiko
is
use
4 piercing.
weapons like this very often. What was
Because I'm snuggling.
I? How many, sorry? How many?
The snow
4.
leopard destroys.
Cool. This time, as you strike, you see him kind of, and you can noticeably see that he's cut up, he's bruised, he's injured. He's trying to maintain a veneer of life, but you can just see he's. Yeah, he's looking kind of ragged. It's his turn, however. So, think.
Free action, I'd like to say. I thought you were cool.
It's a pretty good
But you're
bird.
dear to me.
Maple, he at your bequest is true.
Yeah, so
multi
he's
attack.
got disadvantage on every single one of those.
Okay, I will just roll. Okay, so it's plus 4, so that's 17.
Just hits.
That one. And 10.
Yeah,
So the first one
17 hits.
You may
Cool,
be
right.
cooler than us, but I'm harder.
That's just 7 points of slashing
Cool,
damage.
so I died.
Okay, Maple hits the ground.
No!
Oh, now we're all dead because the healer's gone.
Yeah.
That's him.
Get spiral.
Half-out
Get
good.
spiral.
TPK, I called it at the start.
Oh shit.
think the only
I
one
did
left-
say, I did actively go, you know what, you can just kill us all if it'll make you feel better.
Yeah.
So,
So that's what's happening.
here's
Join
your
us next week for a brand new
I
campaign.
think the only one left is either Stefan or Silk, who still have healing spells. I'm
Yeah,
not
I've
sure if
got
Stefan does.
one.
Stefan does have a
Yeah.
healing spell. He's got one. He's got healing
Spell
word.
slots. I think he's got heal wounds, but I'm not sure how many spell slots he's
Yeah, you're
used.
gonna. Yeah, it's not as great.
Um,
He's got cure wounds.
Yeah. Silk should have healing.
I don't think he's out of spell slots. I'm pretty sure he's still got a couple of spell slots.
Don't you have diamond dust for Revivify?
The only person who would be able to cast that is Maple when she hits level 5.
Ah, yeah.
So, unless
not
we
yet.
wanna.
I mean, I have healing potions, but I mean, if you pour it on this corpse, I don't really want that coming back. Just
Druid.
Yeah.
Okay.
zombie campaign.
Bonus action, healing word. Yeah, maybe napes.
Okay.
Maybe tapes.
It's the cutest.
So 1d.
Oh my god.
Plus you always
I unintentionally hit 10 rainbow dice.
Nice.
6.
I'm so fucking good.
6 is not it.
Oh no.
Sorry, it's healing
No,
word.
it's
6 does not hit me lying on the ground.
Sorry.
That's my healing word modifier.
Maple, your eyes blink open. The half-orc druid kind of looming over you.
Oh, so no, wait, that's 10 altogether.
Cool.
Okay, so that was my bonus
Correct.
action. And then as my full action, Hill Giant is still in Moonbeam.
No, he's moved.
Oh. Okay, well, as my action, I'd like to move the Moonbeam
Cool. So,
onto the Hill Giant.
as the shifting light moves from one point to the other, you see the grotesque shadows over Sylvius's beaten form as spikes of bone cast these little marionette kind of figure things on it. However,
And then it's another con saving throw.
that might make it. What's the DC?
14.
So it needs at least a 3 plus 4. Yeah, he makes the save.
Okay, still 2d10.
Cool.
Oh, 9 plus 7 is
16.
So minus 6, half 16 is 8. So it's 8 points of radiant damage.
8 points of fuck you.
Cool. In that case, we're back to the top with Stefan, who is still Hunter's marking. That's not going to hit with a 4. Maple.
I'm gonna go for
You
it.
blink away, half orc staring down at you, kind of like shakes you a little bit.
I thought he. Oh yeah. I'm gonna get up.
Half your movement. The dwarven form of Maple, not to be broken in this moment, stands back.
Kick yeah. And I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame because I've got nothing
Oh my
else.
god.
So I'm gonna cast it on the Hill Giant because he's right in front of me.
Okay.
Cheers.
They're both right in front of you.
Oh, well then I'll cast it on Cordia.
Yeah, that's probably what I would recommend.
I like how every other time you're like metagame, and then you're like, kill Cordia.
Well, I feel bad for going Sylvius.
The recommended dose is
Kill Cordia. I diagnose you with dead.
Cool, so what's my save?
It's
There's
a
your
dex
death
save,
certificate, bitch.
DC 14.
take 2 of these and call me.
Fails the save.
Yes!
Nice.
Yeah, nice. 11 points of radiant damage.
This white hot fire that engulfs Kuldir. You actually see like little bits of water dripping from his form. It's
It's getting a little hot in here.
You're dead, you can't speak.
My ghost is like, fuck you, dude.
That's,
I say, can't take the heat, Cordia. Maybe it's time to get out of the kitchen.
He can't think of a retort, so he just goes, ah! Nikolai.
Okay, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast that motherfucker.
Okay, Kuldir is kind of swaying, standing a little bit.
Yeah, 20.
Nice.
That hits. Right.
Not natural.
Yeah. No, I imagine you would have jumped him.
There would have been screams and.
That is 14 points of.
Nice.
Wait, hold on. 13 points of force damage.
Okay.
Tasty.
Once again, Eldritch Blast streaks, hits him square in the chest. You actually see it go through and burst out the other side, but he kind of like heals a little bit. And he just turns to the corner of the room. Now, my love. Now.
Oh.
Oh no.
And as my bonus
There's
action,
more.
can I get to Sylvius?
Yes.
You're already at me, aren't you?
No,
Remember last
he
time?
was miles away. So 5, 10, 15. Now you are.
And I wanted I don't know how far I can drag him.
You want to? Well, you'll have to pick up all of my limbs and bones. You want
It's
to
just
scoop
like-
up the
Is
goo as well?
he mush or is he like? Can
That
I?
his,
Is
his,
body
this
relatively
whole
intact?
thing is just a fist
My
print
torso is just
in the ground.
Okay.
my tiny liver.
Well, actually, so I've just gotten to him at the moment.
Just
Yeah.
poison.
In that case, I'm just going to.
in horrible shape.
I'm going
You're not even
to
sure it is a liver.
Okay.
pray to the Raven Queen.
Sure. Roll religion.
Oh, what do you do?
Oh wow.
I'm going to pray to the Raven Queen.
She's like, I know. I can see it.
He's literally next to me. What do you need?
It's a 10.
It's not going to break through. However, Maple. No, sorry. Wait. Hill Giant.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would
Oh,
like a two.
since he's starting his turn in the thing, he has to do another
Con save.
thing. Yeah.
Dex save. Sorry.
Con save.
Ooh.
Con save. So that's a fail with a 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a full 9 points of radiant damage.
Cool. Sweet.
Yeah,
Cool. The Hell Giant is going to run towards the corner of the room. So, Raiko and Maple, you get attacks of opportunity.
Yay!
Ah, that one.
Okay.
So what kind of attack can I do with an attack?
Melee.
Okay, I'm gonna hit him with my warhammer.
Go for it.
It's a 19.
That hits. Roll damage.
How much? I've literally hit, I think maybe once with my warhammer.
Every time.
Do I get a bonus?
Strength.
It's a 9. 9 points of hammer.
Cool. Yeah, sweet. He takes that
Bludgeoning.
damage.
Of
That's
9
him.
points of meshy meshy.
Raiko the Bard.
Yes.
You're
Me.
Yes. I can't turn off the shadows.
I'll stab cooldown.
Go for it.
The snow.
21 to hit.
That hits. Roll damage.
Wow.
8 points of piercing.
Cool.
I have been forgetting that all the time. So that is actually 22.
That hits. Roll damage.
Oh, you know what? I missed my opportunity to say.
That is 6 points of piercing.
Okay, so as Kildare turns to the corner of the room, now, my love, you guys hear a rustling from what looks like a very thick spider web in the corner of the room.
Oh.
However, Raiko has his attention is to it, and with the second swing, right through his neck.
Spider Verse.
This black, bluish blood just gushes forward right down his chest, and he just stares at you. Of all that I thought would take me down, I never thought a bar. As he falls down dead, immediately the hill giant back into stone. The spider, this huge spider, comes out of the spider web. As he does, that form, that elvish form, just steps through the wall, and with a single sweep of her hand, the spider just bursts into flame. Scrolls and makes its way back in. You guys are out of combat. That's it.
Oh, so is the giant still here?
No, giant has turned
Turns to
back
stone
to
again.
stone.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna,
So
Maple just like runs over to Sylvia's body and falls down crying. And she's gonna she's gonna cast guidance on herself and then pray.
I will join you, and I will assist if I can.
do you want to use the Celeste, the
Can we switch back from battle council?
Yeah, we've already done that.
Is that
that
when did it be?
makes it easier for you to contact
Oh,
the Celestial.
Yep, you're right.
Yes, I would love to.
Okay.
Yes, please.
I'm gonna do the same. Exactly the same thing.
Aww.
Yeah.
Is a giant spider still?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna. So
I'm
Nicholas is
take
gonna
your
help
hand.
me.
I will
I'm going to
also.
take your hand.
Yeah.
I'd like to pray a circle.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna pray a
prayer
circle around
circle.
Sylvia's.
Sure. One of you.
Should we guidance everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll cast.
One of you roll religion with advantage.
I will because I
Yeah.
have proficiency.
Just, we're using this leaf as well.
That one's cocked. So. It's a 5 and a 19 plus 2, 21 plus my proficiency is 25, 26.
26. So,
And I'm calling for the Raven Queen.
as the party gathers around the body of Sylvius, fairly distorted and grotesque,
How much gold is it usually to do a revivify?
it's
Or a ritual?
$300 worth of diamonds. 300 gold worth of diamonds.
Do you have?
But you have
Diamonds.
diamonds. Diamond
We have-
dust.
And we have diamond
We have
dust.
like 7. We have
I have
between us.
emeralds.
We have 800.
We've got
diamond
a
dust.
ton of diamond dust.
You got it at the festival.
Yes, but do it with the light.
Yeah, I just want to speak to her.
So,
So, in the battleground of Chaldea, the cabin of the Ice Lord, one of the 5 Lords of Violence, the party gather around the brutal corpse of Sylvius, the brave paladin. As the group arrange themselves in a circle,
Dave, I hope this works.
you essentially bow your head in prayer. For a moment, not much happens. Just the air in the room hangs. The silence is piercing. You know there's other things going on different floors in this place, but none of you can hear that at this time. In fact, the silence is absolute. The light dims quite heavily. You see from the corner what looks like a masked figure, all in black, feathers down the side of her armors, dark runes imprinted on her as well. As you raise your heads and turn, you see that the room itself is not the same one where you had bowed your heads originally. In fact, some of you might be able to discern that this is one of the chambers of the Raven Queen's kingdom.
Can I roll history?
Yeah.
Yes, so that's a 25.
Yeah. Essentially, Stockgate, her way of building a partially dimensional riff. This part of the kingdom is one that reaches through time and space.
She is.
Just simply mood lighting.
She takes a step forward, and the sound once again returns as you hear metal boots on the ground. Standing
They're
next to her.
actually giant gothic platforms.
Yes.
You know she'd wear them.
You can see she averts her gaze. She doesn't look at you, and she doesn't look at your eyes. But as she takes the mask from her face, you can see a couple of tears on her cheek. And as she kind of motions, from the shadows behind her steps the form of Sylvius. And the Raven Queen just puts her hand on Sylvius' shoulder, and you all hear her voice in your heads, along with Sylvius's, a chorus of the two. And the words are simple. The body is torn, thereby the spirit cannot return. The words echo through the chamber-like space of this
Lady of Death.
room.
It wasn't that long ago that I fell to the hands of our enemies. And I was so moved by Sylvius's reaction to my own resurrection. Is there nothing you can do?
Everything has a time. I believe this is the time. Sylvius, is there anything you'd like to say to the party?
I have lost many people in the life that I lived, but I'm glad that I regained a family near the end.
I want to go out to Sylvius.
You can.
Can I? Is he physically there?
It's a strange feeling. You can put your hands close to being on him, but there's a slight magnetism there. It's not a corporeal form.
I always thought you didn't like me.
The opposite. I liked you too much.
I don't understand. You're the champion of the Raven Queen. You of all people should be able to come back.
Well, I did 3 times.
Then why not a fourth?
I was kind of pushing it at the 3rd one.
My champion has a place with me in these kingdoms. Sylvius, you had a rare gift. Mostly, I see humans lacking compassion, but I never saw that in you. If you will watch with me, you'll never be that far from the ones you love. She bows her head.
I just take her hand.
Maple's just like weeping over the body.
Sylvius and the Raven Queen take a few steps, and in classical Sylvius style, vanish into shadow. And immediately, boom! You're all awake. You're back in the room. The room has returned. You can see Stefan has rushed over his wolves, who are an inch from death from the cold air. He's taken off his clothes, and he's just got a bare shirt as he's got all his jackets and stuff. The hill giant just frozen in place. The daylight streaming through the cracks in the roof.
I'm gonna rush over to the wolves as well.
Yep.
And say that we need to get them warmed up and we need to leave this place.
Can I
Someone to.
can I try and prestidigitation Sylvius's body and just try and tidy it up?
Yeah.
And just try and mend him back together as much as I can.
Yeah. You can.
And I'll take off. He had the cloak of the Raven Queen.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and all my goodies.
I'm just going to take that up and take that off and wrap it around his injuries.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who's a little bit stronger.
Yeah, I can.
Out of game. Do we want to take a quick break?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably a good idea. So, the party. Fighting one of the greatest threats to everything. The Ice Lord Kuldir. Sadly, the paladin, champion of the Raven Queen, Sylvius, slain in battle and has crossed to a grander realm. We're going to take a 10-minute break. And we'll be back in about that amount of time.
You don't say.
D20 Multiverse, Eyes of Elisia, we're back after this.
And you get
Sorry.
Intense.
I'm glad I turned up today.
So.
Wow.
Well, fuck.
Yeah.
I was like laughing it off, and then I was like, oh wait, this is legit. Oh no.
Yeah, you
oh,
did.
I'm dead.
Well, now you get to think of a new character.
Well, like someone in the chat was like, you should play a Canis Viking Barbarian, and I was like, oh, that's fucking rad. Yeah, I'll do that.
Do you know what would be cool?
What?
Your fucking beauty vlogger.
Oh my
Barbarian.
I use cornstarch to see shells. It's kind of
I wish I had cigarettes.
You
I've
should
got
be
one.
a barbarian rogue.
Oh.
Yeah, so we still have a row.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Question.
No tears for the
What's his
fallen
name?
warrior. Made for all to celebrate joy.
What's the rogue friend's name?
Keok.
Keok joined the party.
Oh.
In his place.
I hear you need a vote.
Yeah. Oh man, Keok's gonna be sad.
We went to the
Oh, what about Deet? What's Deet gonna do? Oh, buddy.
Oh no.
Holy shit, man! I'm like shaking. That was intense.
Was Dick with you?
Yeah, Deet was like in there. Deet was in the battle with his little armor.
I think we need to loot his body.
Oh,
We-
please
we're
loot my
taking-
body. Please loot.
I know. Maple's like, I can't do it, but it's what he would have wanted.
gearing up already, or whatever?
Grab one of mine, so I don't mind any of the campaign.
Yeah. Oh, I can make it a mocha. Oh, okay. So you don't want any of this?
No, but I want to kind of coffee. I want to go too much campaign.
Yeah, fair enough. At the same time, not putting the ideas in your mind, but if you like it and you're like, oh, it's cool, new character, you know?
His intent and affection.
But that feels. Well, you officially killed off the player.
I know. First time ever.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to get a chance.
Well, I mean, like, you know, having coffee and more.
Yeah. Raise our cups.
I completely forgot that we didn't do restream open. Restream?
Oh, good lord.
It wasn't doing the chat together. Yeah.
Oh, the chat program.
Yeah. And I don't know how long it takes to install, so I'm not gonna. I don't know. So, but I was just.
What happened was it was going to install, but when it came up, it said I had to put the password in for Dave's other admin account.
Yeah.
I don't have that password.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, like, yeah. We got like 10 minutes in, and I was like, somebody was talking on Twitch, and I went over to check the YouTube, and it wasn't showing up. I was like, oh, but it's okay. It's just people on Twitch, players, and a few other people. There's Red. Yeah. He's trolling around. He said he woke up at like 5 a.m. and slept all day, and like he's been waiting all day or something for this.
Okay, we need to do multiple shit.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. You're gonna give him more campaign.
Yeah.
Really. It's so cool to get into it. Watching it and playing it.
Yeah.
You like a drink?
Oh, no, I'm How are you finding it?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely, like I said, it's definitely different from watching it. It really is. Just, it's like Dave knew this was, Ollie and David planned this, and they knew it was going to happen. That's why Dave took off.
Yeah.
Left me to do this.
Oh, we're good.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Just put down top of it.
Yeah, I was just going to rinse it off. I want you to get it.
Thanks for doing the tech stuff for us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
no worries.
you still want to hang around after maybe, did you?
Yeah, I'm keen. But yeah, Dave asked if I'd be willing to do it every time, so he just want to have to pick it up all the time. And I said, yeah, I'm not doing anything Sunday, so I'll be here.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
So I'll sit here and lay down and bask and enjoy the beauty of the moment and to get to experience these really emotional moments. For 2 campaigns, not just one, which is
Awesome.
I don't know if my frail mindset can deal with that, but you know.
And I'll have like the cleric ready to go for any point you need to jump in.
Oh yeah. If anyone doesn't like, I don't know, I'm somehow emotionally tied, so every once in a while I just randomly appear near one of the characters. Oh, it's so intense. Oh my god. It's so crazy. How many nerds apparel will it take to get my character back, Holly? Plus. As many as you want.
But I just wanted him to just be like,
Actually, I don't think that went up.
and just like,
No, I think Dave has to approve.
Yeah,
Dave or
yeah.
you have to approve of it. But
For what?
I'll put it on the D20 Facebook page.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm guessing Dave has it, or you have it
I
set
just
so
really
that
want
like
him to be a
Oh yeah, it has to be one
shitty
of the
red
others.
coat.
yeah, yeah,
Who
yeah.
just like can't do anything.
But I put
But,
it on
like,
the Black Wizard
So hard
tonight.
to get back to where he was. Like he was trying so hard to get back to his family and to get everything he wanted, and then he got turned into a fucking raccoon. So now he's like, what can I do? It's his character I want to play for Alex's one shot.
Oh, okay.
He's an artificer
Oh,
who got turned into a raccoon after getting kissed by a swamp witch. But he was trying, like, he was a really, really shit dad to his family.
Oh, yeah.
So he like got kicked out, and so he was like trying to make his way back, and then he got turned into a raccoon. So now he's just given up on life.
It'll be really fun to just sort of play around.
His name's Greg.
Oh, you did put it up. I just realized you did put it up on the D20.
Alright.
Is there a line for the bathroom?
No, I'm not. But
Yes.
Casper's up there.
But I don't mind. I'm not desperate. So.
Neither am I. So it's all good.
I'm just gonna jump back to my seat.
Are you in? Tom, are you in any other games?
I'm in one of Ben's games,
Oh,
but yeah, that's really about it. So I play the sorcerer Kai here, and I play the monk Ander in the other game. Yeah.
You should play in our game one week.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I mean, I'll have to.
Isn't that
Level
what works?
it's only level 3, so I have to level them up.
Yeah.
Or you could do that. I could screw
Yeah.
the sheet and you could
Cool.
do it.
We'll
It
sort
was,
it out.
it was for a one shot of a group that were at Confusion, who were actually hunting Akayan for Black Winter Mines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just jump in as Ollie's sister.
Oh, that'll be an awkward reunion.
Yeah. Just, oh, hi you. Sorry I never called. Yeah.
They'll be like, what was your name again? It'll be more awkward than Dave and his one night stand.
Oh my gosh.
His name no one can remember.
Least of all him.
It's Chris Lana.
Chris Lana.
Yeah.
I'm always like,
Oh, yeah,
I
that's
remembered, but he didn't.
Sorry, Ollie. I didn't mean to cut your pride there.
So sick of that joke, honestly.
I.
It's kind of actually like serious, like
Oh, sorry.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
because it's kind of disrespectful to my sister.
Oh, good. Sorry about that. Oh, good. But yeah, like jump in every once in a while and just be like, hey, by the way,
Yeah, if you just create a level 4 character
Yeah.
and just have it ready to go
Yeah.
while you're doing tech,
Nice.
you have to jump in.
cool.
2 new level 4 characters.
Are you guys level 4?
Maybe they can
Yeah.
show up together.
Well, like someone in the comments was like, "Oh, you should play a Canis Viking Barbarian," and I was like, "Ooh, a werewolf Viking Barbarian?
That could work.
Yes, please." And we need a tank, so I'm like, "Yes, please."
Sounds good.
So I'll probably do something like that. I don't know about the race yet.
Cool. I've got ideas for that already. Let's talk at some point.
We know some right werewolves.
Yeah, we do.
Exactly.
We.
Yeah.
You could be a friend of Glorman.
Globin. This is who you're talking about.
Although
It's amazing. No, not very tough to me.
Oh my gosh.
when
You
you
say they're tough. I'm the tough one. Oh yeah. See these rippling muscles.
Weren't you gonna be Russian as well?
No, I crush now with thighs.
You should definitely
Skulls.
be Russian. You
Skulls,
have to
they
be
crush
Russian.
in my thighs. I don't know if I can do that every week.
It's a bit much, isn't it?
I think Grog kind of regrets having done a really silly voice because he had to do it for 115 episodes.
Oh, Peter, and I were sitting and watching. I was watching anime, and he was watching one of the Critical Role episodes, and Grog got petrified.
Yeah.
And for 4 minutes straight, he was just sitting there like this in the character.
Hilarious.
Like everyone else
yeah.
is moving and talking, and like they're like, "Ooh, what should we do?" And like Grog can put in, but he's just like for 4 minutes straight. And all Peter's like, he hasn't blinked once. What's going on?
I want to have that like high level of acting because I always get way too into it with my emotions. Like I was crying when you died.
Oh yeah, I'm still shaking. I'm like, I'm cool.
So I'm always keen to like heighten the theatrics of the game.
The other thing is I changed the audio for the mic on
Okay.
here.
Yeah.
So I'll change that before we
Right,
shut it all
right.
down.
So it's
But rather than going, hey Ollie, quick, turn it up, I'll turn it down, turn it up, turn it up, down. I
Cool.
just changed it a little bit on here.
Yeah, just as long as you remember, because when we were trying to figure out why it wasn't working, I changed it, and I really shouldn't have, because we had it set up like perfectly.
Yeah. Also, it's so weird. Like it does. I did listen to it. It does have the static on the way in,
Oh,
but when it broadcasts, it doesn't.
okay, that's weird.
So, I don't know. It's weird.
Ask Dave if you know.
Yeah. I'm assuming it's Dave's sorcery. I mean, like, I do this for a living, and even I don't know what Dave does half the time.
What does Dave do?
That's a
He
very
has-
good question.
He has ants.
He plays World of Warcraft.
He knows
And
far too much
Overwatch.
about Marvel and DC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
And he drinks.
Constantly.
Oh.
Hello and welcome back to Eyes of Elisia, and the party which had the first ever permadeath of character in either of my games, any game that I've ever run. So your name will be on a plaque, and it will go in the halls as champion of the Raven Queen for all time in the history of Elisia.
She couldn't hold herself back. She wanted me. Dave says sorry.
So for the
That's so sick.
for the rest of this game, you can follow along. The Raven Queen will be allowing you to watch from her kingdom and maybe come through with a message or two when it's appropriate. However, the party finds themselves now in the chamber of the Ice Lord. The prestidigitation and wrapping Sylvius up, he's looking better.
Dripping.
I turn to Nicolaius, and I say, he would have wanted this. And then I loot his pocket. In one final act of remembrance for Sylvius, the way that I knew him, I'm going to loot him for everything he has.
Fantastic.
If he has any dream leaf, I want.
I do actually. I have a whole pouch.
So what do you have?
I don't all of my cards pretty much fell out last week.
Yeah.
But honestly, so much.
Does someone
I'm gonna
want
take.
to look at Cordier's body?
Do you want to do that?
Okay.
Roll for
So
investigation.
I'm
The
not
biggest thing-
investigating.
Can I assist?
the biggest
Yeah.
thing is we've got
Do you
deep.
want to be the main?
Yeah,
'Cause
I'm gonna
not-
take Deep very carefully. And
Deep
Oh,
will
so-
not leave Sylvius' body. He keeps flying back to him.
Oh no, that's what gets me in the
Are we,
heart.
are we taking the body with us?
Yeah.
I think so.
We're
Yeah.
not leaving it here.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna make sure because I wanna
Yeah,
like
yeah.
prepare the body
Mm.
essentially, and so like get it like cleaned up so that it doesn't like drip
Yeah.
essentially, and so that because like as a cleric I would know how to do that. So I'm just making sure that I've got all those items before I start like cleaning him up.
Yeah. So
So that was an 18 on the investigation check on Cordia.
cool. We're going through. So the items you would have found on Sylvius, obviously the cloak.
Yeah.
Whoever wants it is a plus. I don't know if it is. Hold on, I probably.
I
have
think
it
you'd
here.
stay wrapped in your cloak.
Oh
Unless
no, I believe the Nikolai took it off. So I've got the silver whistle.
What does a
Um,
silver whistle do?
It's just a silver
It's
whistle.
just I got it so long ago, and I've been trying to like scan it off to people for so long.
And it never
It
works.
Potion of Pass Without a Trace. My blackened dagger deals 1d6 of damage. Blah blah blah. Obviously my mysterious magical longsword.
Yep. So you've got your black dagger and your moon sword.
Yes. My pouch of Dreamleaf, which I assume Nicholas is going to pocket.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The shadow gloves. They give. I can't remember. They have a +1 to sleight of hand.
Mm-hmm.
The thieves ring that I had never got to use. A tiny ring that has a small hidden blade that pops out. Essence of the Nine Hells. My coin of many values, which has one more charge left, so you can change it. But it's currently the coin that lets us into the Black Steel Castle.
Nice.
And Potion of Perfect Sight. That's all I have on me today, but I'm pretty sure I have more
Yeah, you will.
more goodies. Like I have the Raven Queen's dagger. I'm sure I have another dagger.
That's fine.
A lot of Raven
Do
Queen
I-
stuff.
As a character, do I know what a bag of holding is?
Yeah.
No.
You son of a bitch!
You got a bag of holding?
Whoa.
I just like dump all of Sylvius's stuff into the bag.
Can't believe I'm dead for this.
As-
Not I'll make sure that the pointy stuff doesn't get in.
Maple essentially tosses a few things into this
No!
bag, which is this size, and they just woof, 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 vanish within.
Can't put pointy stuff in the bag.
Okay, I've
And
got.
you also
I've got
can't put a bag of holding into the bag of holding.
I hold the
Yeah.
long sword
And the dagger.
and the dagger, and then I put in the whistle and the potions and the thieves ring and the essence and the coin and the potions. There's so much, so much.
So if you want to look up at any point bag of holding, it is a standard magical item. You can find it online. But I do have most of the important stuff on the item card.
Just put all that in the bag.
So what else we got there, Nico?
Yeah, what else do you find on the old body?
Yeah.
Potion of greater healing.
Nice.
We would like this.
I think you should hold on to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
When I was thinking I might hold on to the potion of mana, which restores spell slots. I have very few of them, so that would be very useful. For
Yeah, hold on to that, but hold on to the healing potion as well, because it's best that someone who isn't a healer has it.
Yeah, I do
don't-
have
I don't
potions
feel
on me.
entirely.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
you
feel
had
like
potions of healing.
Mm.
Huh?
I don't feel like I should have all of this.
what's
Take it.
A bag of holding. Basically, you can put whatever you like inside of it, and it holds it for you, and only the person that it belongs to, I believe, can draw from it, or who put the item in the bag can draw the item out.
Oh.
Okay.
I think I could be wrong. We'll do some research onto that one.
So haven't we just had multiple people put stuff in it? So it's not like a big
It's
confusing
everyone's
now.
bag.
Yeah.
Anybody that knows that it's in there, I'm not entirely sure. I will
yeah.
do my research later. Greater healing, and then there's also this gem of displacement. We can only use it once, but
What does it do?
it's
Displaces.
basically in a combat situation we can swap. One person can swap places with the enemy, or another person.
That's cool.
So essentially, if someone was right next to an enemy, and the melee attacks were coming strong and fast on your turn, you could just swap places, get them out of the danger.
Can it be used as a reaction?
I would say yes.
So that's good.
Write that on the bag.
I think Nikolai's just hold on to everything for the moment.
Yep.
The most important thing is that we get out of here and we tend to
the wolves.
the wolves.
Yep.
So I quickly clean up Sylvius's body so that it's like transportable, and
I'm
then
gonna
I carry him out.
help Stefan with the wolves.
Cool. So Stefan's efforts are doing well. The wolves are capable of moving now. Their speed is halved. They've got 2 points of exhaustion, but they're feeling a lot better. He's kind of just patting them and hugging them.
Let's get out of here.
Okay. The parties make their way.
Oh, I will chop off Cooldeer's head.
You already did. You decapitated him with the final wolf.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll just hit the head.
Cool. All right. Actually, as you pick it up, you see in the reflections of his eyes, there's this deep blackness in his eyes, and you see something shimmer and move inside them, and you kind of glean a bit closer.
Stab.
Oh no, it's a vision.
Oh, okay.
In fact, as you see these tiny points of golden light, they just expand until you find yourself in this prime material plane. Above you, what is known as the Eternity Storm. These shifting clouds of dark grey and black, completely obscuring the sky. These horrible bolts of lightning are every so often, and live snakes occasionally just fall from the sky and start making their way around. You see your vision gets drawn past this half a volcano, doesn't really make sense, azes and beings, through this gate of fire, to this great obelisk. As your vision rises right up the side of this great obelisk, you see a Dragolich in this massive enchanted cage, and you travel right to the top, and you come through this window, and you just see this bearded figure with this giant scythe, and you just see Cooldeer's death, essentially, in your mind, and you just see the figure with the scythe as this spirit from within is wrenched from him, just torn to shreds, and he kind of falters and falls to one knee, and then you're back in the room.
I say, did you?
I had a vision.
What did you see?
I think I saw Nemesis. He had, when we killed Cooldeer, he lost some of his power. That's what we've been told.
So we know that Cooldeer, the Lava Lord, Silencia, Fangoria, and the Ogre King are all dead.
Yeah, it's just him left.
Wow.
Who's the group that's been taking out the other men?
Oh,
Five Lords of-
mate.
Are you okay?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, you're okay.
You okay?
Yeah, I know. It's just hard to see you guys like with the light, so
Right.
just trying to fix it.
I think I
Thanks,
just
Dave,
shat my
too.
pants.
Yeah, no problem. I'm dead on the inside. Don't worry, it's okay.
I have no idea,
Sorry,
but we can
everyone.
assume that they're great friends. And we can
They
only
sound
hope.
amazing.
Yeah, they sound really cool. Probably a lot better than us.
Well, are they?
They seem to know what they're doing.
Yeah, they seem to know what they're doing quite a bit.
Are they? Do you think they have plans on taking out Nemesis themselves?
I assume so.
And if they do, we should do everything in our power to aid them.
Alright.
We're saying this as we get everyone
Yeah, I
together
think-
and moving.
Yeah, I think we should go.
I want to get back on that ship and
Yeah.
out of here.
Oh yeah, airship, yeah.
Does Sylvius' ghost say
That you think
Just floating above us going,
Um,
airship, don't need one.
so we'll go back to the airship. I think we have to call.
You guys do hear a voice, brave heroes. And as you turn, once again stepping from the shadows, this blue celestial creature, Alvin with metalwork on this hood, takes a few steps forward.
Did we see this person?
When time-
Sylvius?
Yeah.
She tried.
Well, I will bow.
Yeah, I think I'm already kneeling, so I'm just gonna.
Okay.
I'm not.
I
I'm
don't
just
think I will
staring
either.
at Deed in the face.
In the back.
Okay. She takes a few more steps forward. I hope this message reaches you all. My name is Melandria. They call me the Watcher. Now that you've struck the heart that sought to freeze the world, the king of the four lords of violence is weakened, near mortal. Time to strike is now. But be warned. To kill the man is one thing. To slay the beast buried within is something altogether different.
How long do we have?
If my visions have been guided true, and I believe they have, in 3 moons, it will be an unstoppable force.
So we have 3 moons to defeat. Good.
I understand you're at a loss. Please take some time to set your affairs in order, and then seek me out.
Where can we find you? Sorry, there was gum in my mouth. Where can we find you?
I'll be waiting for you in the floating city of Andior.
Stefan?
He does not have it on his map.
I say, where is that?
You'll have to travel to the northwest, over the ice shards, towards the mountain passes. I assume with your gnomish friend this will be no trouble. Now, brave heroes, I await. And she dissipates and vanishes.
I want to go back to Blacksteel now.
So,
Are we in agreement?
yes.
Why?
Blacksteel, just to rest, to mourn. Is that okay?
We have a ship that keeps us safe and out of sight of anyone. Why would we go to a city where people know we are?
Well, I am the hand to the Queen.
This is true. I think that we should go to Blacksteel. We're saying this as we're walking. Give Sylvius proper funeral rites and restart, and then make our way to the floating city of Angular.
To be fair, Sylvius would probably want you to get lit.
What time of day is it at the moment?
It's just becoming dusk.
Okay, so we have 3 moons.
3 moons isn't 3 nights or 3 full moons.
don't know.
3
Should have
nights.
asked, didn't it?
3 nights.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know that the journey wouldn't take more than a day to get to the city.
Do we have time to go back to Blacksteel and
That's
How long
quite-
would it take us
is
to
it-
get to Blacksteel?
And the ship, an hour, maybe 2.
I think we have time then.
Alright.
So the party make their way out of the room and find themselves in a corridor.
I assume we don't. Are we going to run into more trouble?
No.
And then everyone died! Yay!
In fact, you make your way out without too much hassle at all. It looks like most of the minions that were within this place have been either greatly weakened or destroyed by the death of their master. In fact, the life link between him and his creatures was very powerful indeed. But as you make your way out of where you guys had originally come from, the hole in the cells in the bottom level of this place, you're met with a rather fair spring day. The sky is a blaze of purples and pinks as the sun is just dipping below the horizon.
Were there still prisoners in the bottom?
No, you freed the ones in
Okay.
the bottom cells.
We freed all.
Yeah, there's
Okay,
only
cool.
two in
Yeah.
there. As you step out, you see Glommen, whose face beams, and he raises his hands and then sees the look on your faces and lowers his.
I look over to the body of Sylvius.
I will pass him onto the ship.
He lets you.
I ask him, did the people that we sent to you get to you?
They're resting within the ship.
Right, let's go.
Very well. Sorry to see you in such circumstance. I hope you were at least successful.
I hold up the kid.
Well, that's something. To the ship, I guess. And he turns and climbs the ship as well. Essentially, he sets off, and as you guys solemnly kind of approach your relative positions on the ship, he just goes about making your way to Blackstone.
I would like to find some rum.
Yeah, there's plenty.
I'm going to pour myself a glass.
Should we all have a drink to Sylvius?
Sylvius.
I'm gonna.
To Sylvius.
Glommen holds up a cup bigger than his head.
Maple.
Oh, I just pour mine out.
For the homies.
So,
Yeah.
I
None
need
Okay.
of you never knew that he had no last name. He was too poor to have a name. Just Sylvius.
I down my fucking glass.
You get a warm sensation as this black heart rum kind of fills your body.
Good choice.
Do you know if he'd want to be cremated or buried?
I close my eyes and I kind of pray, like a mini pray, to try and get in touch with that same kind of like spirit area that the Raven Queen saw us, I guess.
Yeah, roll religion.
It's a 17.
Okay.
18.
As you bow your head and try and connect with something, you feel nothing, no energies, not like you've experienced before. But as you kind of sit for a while and then decide to give up, you just kind of stand and look up at the sky, and now you can kind of see the darkness, the inky black of the sky is much more insets. It's soaked into the sky itself, and all those small pinpricks of light that split this absolute black. Nicholas, you kind of tap Maple on the shoulder. You just point at a single star that was not there before. And Sylvius, you feel this entire expanse as the darkness takes the side of Elisia. You feel your freedom reign through that blackness. In fact, you span across as the darkness seeps over the land. And the light, the star, just flickers.
I'm so sad. I want to try and like ask Sylvius a question.
Okay, Sylvius, make a constitution roll.
Nat 1.
You're met with complete solid silence.
Well, I do nothing.
The
Sylvius
ship.
is like, talk to the
The ship sails gently and quietly through the sky as the night takes the land, and you see creatures once more, badgers and such, awaken and start going about their business in the forests. The ocean itself is perfectly still, not a single wave, and essentially you see Blacksteel Castle approach as Glommen kind of turns the great wheel of the ship and lands it perfectly, a feather drop outside the city.
I leave. assuming that the party are following me,
I'll help take the body of Sylvius.
and I'll go to the gates. Just ask if we get through.
Yeah, the guards see you and just immediately open the gates. The marketplace is just packing up. There's a couple of monks walking in a perfect line who drift past your vision, and one at a time they will kind of look up at you and say a quick blessing and then keep going with their books in front of them.
I think, should we go to the palace?
I say, Maple says go to the palace, but I think I'm gonna go to the docks. And then just leaves.
The dwarven stride as she vanishes through a couple of alleyways.
I'll go to the palace with you.
He'll join as well.
Okay.
Unless you're really gone. Did you want company?
I'm gone.
Okay, you're gone. Alright, I'll
Stefan is going to leave and take care of his wolves, try and bring them back to full health. But he pats you on the shoulder before he goes. Cool. You make your way towards the palace. The guards are out in full force. Their black steel armors glinting in the moonlights and the starlight. They see you approach. They see the circumstance. They all bow their heads simultaneously and look back up, and one of them steps forward. A sad sight to see.
I don't say anything.
They open the doors for you, and you're free to go into the castle. Inside, you've got guards on duty, but the stillness is in this room as well. In fact, all of Blacksteel seems to have had a relaxing, quiet night this night.
It's good to see that there's at least some air of peace in this place.
You can kind of say this, and your voice echoes through the chambers, reverbs a little bit.
Where should we lay him?
Across the
Is there
Queen's
a
table.
like royal burial?
There is,
place
yes.
taken?
I think, actually, this is a thought that's just occurred to me. Perhaps we should take him to the Raven Queen's.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I wasn't going to mitigate, but
How far away is it from him?
With the airship, you could get there in 5 hours.
Is that how much time would that add to the journey to where we need to go?
Oh, it's on the way, pretty
Oh,
much.
it's on the way.
Yeah,
it's
Oh
on the
yeah,
way.
that's
Because it's
that's fine.
northwest, and yeah, Raven Queen Temple is northwest.
Okay, well that's a better idea. Should we just do that?
Is
on
Queen
the
Sunny
maple?
on that?
No, but she has the stone.
Oh, we should probably let Queen Asalia know. Isn't Stefan normally the person that
It varies.
is in contact
depending.
with
That's very quiet.
There are a couple of options that I'm thinking of. His friend Keok perhaps would know a little bit more about
That's what it is. I think
Do
that's why
believe that.
Maple headed to the docks.
Right, of course.
As you make your way, yeah, you see the last trades and deals of the day. A couple of crates just being loaded on the last few ships that take off to sail until dawn.
So I assume that Sylvius has told me about Keok before.
Yeah.
Because we've, like, of everyone in the party, we've kind of talked the most, I guess. So I am in my, like, most outward pockets, I guess the ones in my
yeah, you know what you're doing, yeah.
I've got a couple of coins, one of which is wrapped in a note for Keok
Nice.
that says, don't run away, I have information about Sylvius.
Okay.
Because I know that if he does pickpocket me, I will never see him and I will never eat poor. So I'm walking around and I'm jangling these 2 coins in my
Oh
pocket.
man, I have so much money in
Yeah,
my
yeah.
pocket. Oh my
Just like-
god.
Seemingly absent-mindedly.
Yeah.
Just
Cool. Roll perception.
that's the thing. Yeah, no, so that is a 10.
Cool. So essentially, there's a lot to focus on in this place. You know, the ships that are being moved, the ringing of the bell signifying that the ships are moving. All the last traders bringing the last bits of carts onto their little travel bits and that kind of stuff, and the rest of the guards who stay to watch over and make sure that only the people that are sanctioned to get through here do. After some time of wandering around, you just go to recheck your pockets and find that there's nothing there. And as you kind of glance around, you see, a small figure in a cloak who sees you and just kind of allows himself to be seen and puts a hand up.
I go over to him.
Greetings. Sylvius, really?
I say, are you Keok?
That's one of the names that I use.
Say, is there a place that we could talk?
Kind of looks you over. Sure. Sure. And he leads you down to essentially where the thieves do their last trade of the day of the items that they've lifted.
I sit him down.
Yeah.
And
I don't think I'm going to like this, am I? He reaches into a cloak and pulls out a small flask.
Good idea. I say, you were Sylvius's, I guess, family.
The only family I've had.
The only family he had, I think.
So, what did he get caught doing, and how long is he in the cells for?
He's gonna be there a while.
But he was fighting, right?
Of course he was.
For good?
He was fighting probably the strongest opponent we've ever come up against.
Sounds about right. Well, sad to hear. None could lift coin. He taught me most of what I know.
Darn!
That's my boy! I'm so proud of him!
I say, if you want to pay your respects, we're traveling. I don't know if I heard on the stone that you guys had decided on Raven Queen's Temple, but I say we have his body and we're trying to do the best by him.
Sounds like a fitting tribute. There's not much left for me here now, I guess. I don't feel like... And he just kind of pours some gold out of his pockets on it and throws it into the waters.
Oh. No, buddy!
And doesn't say another word, but just kind of follows.
Yeah.
I will call Maple.
Yeah, so I'll say we'll meet you at the ship, and I'll just walk straight back there.
Okay.
So we're going to the ship again?
I'm actually going to stop at the Mage's Guild.
Cool. You can actually hear the sound of a lute from inside as you approach where you know the door is and kind of feel for an open. Black Hand, obviously not there. Yeah, you're all fun, is it? Ethana? Right.
The right. Yes.
Not good news, I assume.
No. We have undertaken a mission, and it was successful, but at great cost.
He just nods.
We are about to undertake an even greater mission. I don't know who will survive or if it will be successful or not. But I just wanted to stop back, and one of the reasons that I'm here actually is to check whether you do have any healing potions, as we may need them.
Yeah, he reaches into his cloak.
I'm perfectly happy to pay for them.
No need, my friend, no need. We've been trying to craft things that are useful the last couple of days in hopes that we could aid those who wish to do something against this looming darkness. I'm sure you're aware we had once enjoyed a golden age of peace here in Elisia. For 100 years, in fact. Scarcely tale of bar fight or even disagreement some of the time. This shadow that creeps back, I greatly worry that when we face it, might not be strong enough to contend it. But I hope that these might at least keep that darkness at bay for another day. And he also gives you 2 potions of greater healing. I just don't have item cards for it.
Cool.
Can I just stop by the pub super quick?
Yeah,
before,
sure.
going?
The hearth is just kind of reflickering. The small halfling is trying to get the fires going again and can't seem to. And the barmaid is kind of shaking her head as he attempts to relight the fires. Most of what's inside is dwarves and embroiled in conversation. You can overhear stories of new lands that they've discovered on ship rides, and also the story of Kyvern mines. There's been a few dwarves who had been sent on a scouting mission after discovering a massive wealth from Kyvern mines. You can overhear a bit of that as well, but as you enter.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna go up to the counter
Mhm.
and to the bar lady person
Mhm.
and just be like, oh, mate, I've just had the worst day ever.
Understand.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pick up 2 casks of ale to go, that's alright?
Fine.
Cool.
Dwarven, elvish.
I'll have 1 dwarven, 1 elvish, please.
Fine.
Cool.
Martel!
Thank you.
Martel! And then the halfling. Oh, yes! And rushes. Yes. Yes.
Is that Cloud?
Yeah, it's Cloud as a younger child. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry, I was just trying to fight with the thing. And I just tried 2 classes of ale, dwarven and elvish.
Alright, mate. So how much is that?
Right, cask. I know this. She goes, I've told you this many times. You know the answer to this question. No, I do. It's just sorry, mind block. No, it's difficult to say.
I'm
It's
just
definitely
standing
not
really
10.
awkwardly at the bar
Yeah.
watching this happen.
I know it's definitely not 10. It's not 10, is it? And she goes, no, it was 20. Is it 20? And she goes, 20 gold each.
Each. Alright, cool. That's cool.
Cool. He goes,
Oh,
and then
yeah, 87 gold.
you hear the scraping of wood on stone as he tries to pull these things out, like slowly from the back stores, and eventually it topples and falls on him, and just flailing of limbs on the other side until he rolls it. Stands up. Fine. Don't worry. I think I might have broken up. No, it's fine. I'm good. And he goes. You hear another cask being pulled out. And he just gets behind it.
Do you need a hand,
No,
mate?
no, fine, it's good. I got this.
Okay.
Is that close enough? And you see he's dragged them each about 3 feet.
That's totally fine. I've got it from here.
Good.
Cheers.
Have you got just go with the fire? So I'm just gonna go and fix that.
Okay.
And
Alright.
it goes back to the hearth
Okay,
and is trying to.
And as I leave, I'm just gonna healing word him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. And you actually see, just as you leave, he's kind of like arranging the coals and poking them. He kind of looks around, sees that no one's looking, and just casts fire on the hearth. And he looks at his hands. Wow. And then he leaves and goes sits by a window, and you can hear him talking to birds in a tree.
It is Cloud. So cute.
Anyway, what is the rest of the party doing?
Dude.
I was honestly like, oh, what is Sylvia?
Sylvius, actually, you've been now in the kingdom of the Raven Queen, the celestial realm, for quite some time. Yeah. You actually do one of the first things you pick up is this the soft hum that kind of echoes and bounces off all the chambers of the walls. Yeah. The Raven Queen actually explains that it's the wails of all the departed souls. She hears it constantly, and it is actually quite a beautiful sound. The symphony of the damned, essentially.
I'm thinking about whales as a sea creature.
Essentially, she leads you through a darker version of the Hall of Times. the Hall of the End of Times, essentially, with multiple incarnations and drawings of silks of things that could potentially swallow and take the entire world in an instant. Great gods of fury, or a stray asteroid, or the Earth itself splitting in volcano and lava consuming the world. It's fairly morbid, but she essentially leads you to what you see to be a funeral chamber, way within the catacombs beneath the castle. She kind of waves her hands to these great locked doors that just break open as she approaches. And as she leads you into what looks like a pyre. In fact, you know it to be the same one from the Shadow Forest. And around these grand feathers that kind of curl on plinths and point directly at it. And she turns to you and just says, I hope this will explain everything. And she takes off her mask. And you see her face once more. And then she removes that. And you see yourself looking at yourself.
Oh.
And she motions again to the sound of the wailing, the reverb,
Is that what it sounds like?
Yeah. Because the wails of the damned have now peaked, and it's at this moment when you feel like all of the deaths of all of the people in all of the worlds have arranged themselves around you for a split second, and in this moment, woof, you switch places. You find yourself as the Raven Queen looking down. Essentially, you've always been an incarnation of the Raven Queen at a certain point. And in her regeneration that keeps her alive enough to watch, the sound of birds, a flock of birds, the sound of the ravens fill the room. As you realise, this kind of regeneration is how she maintains herself. She takes a mortal life at its right moment and pulls it into the great rolling waves of her existence. And you find yourself now, as you replace her mask on what is now your face, you fall back into that quite familiar view of the world and the ends of some things as well.
So is it now the Raven King?
Bitch, I'm a queen.
You'll have to find out as the rest of the party makes their way back to Glommen's ship.
While we're on the way to the ship, I'm going to pull out the Whispering Stone.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Dreamlife. I was like, yeah.
Well, I'm getting to that. I pull out the Whispering Stone to Queen Salia and I call her.
Safe?
Hey.
Yes. Most of us.
Most?
Sylvia's is dead.
And there's just a long silence on the other side of the stone. Oh,
where are you?
Currently in the city of Temple.
And when do you think you're going to be able to make it back to Blackstone?
I hoped to conduct some business here, but if you need me to return, I shall.
No, there's no need immediately. We've taken out some very powerful threats. We've got one more to deal with.
I know some of you are fairly gifted when it comes to the arcane. It may sound like a strange question. Do any of you have the ability to see other places or people?
Are we all on the call, or is it just?
Well, I'm around you guys. Like we're walking towards the airship at the moment.
I'm on the airship, but I'm listening.
Maple?
Say I've used my scrying bones before successfully.
Try it now.
With you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Easy.
No, your bones. Try and scry.
Without the stone?
Right.
Okay, I get out my undead bones and I use them.
Cool.
Oh, you should add one of Sylvia's bones to that. No.
Just a small piece of skull?
Well, because
Like
they're from undead skeletons, so they've got like extra arcane.
Oh.
But Sylvia's
Not good enough.
I'm like, Maple doesn't want to do that. So yeah, I take out my bones.
Cool.
And I say to Queen Salia, I say, where am I looking for?
Try anything.
Okay.
Anywhere.
I use the bones in the same way that I have before, and I try to see, I guess, Queen Elisia.
Okay. You kind of cast a spell and look upon the bones, and yeah, after a certain amount of time, this kind of image just grows from the center of the bones. But it's not where you'd intended to scry. In fact, you see yourself watching the form of Melandria, the Watcher, and you see in front of her a grand orb, the same, in fact, view as from the White Star Festival. And Queen Elisia says, "I know what you see. We all have. We can't seem to see anything else. Every channel is her."
I'm confused. Are you saying that all scrying rituals eventually end up?
Currently, there's no other channel we can jump on. Every time any of our mages try, this is why I'm in the City of Temples. That is all we see.
What does she look like?
So she's got a quite dark skin with long pointed ears that would indicate that she's an elf, not a half-elf. With a cloak with metalwork, which generally is only worn by dwarven mages.
Does she have a metal... Wait, because we saw a celestial form.
Yeah.
Are they the same?
Yeah.
Ah. I say, we've seen this woman. She spoke to us.
She tried to, and successfully, helped Sylvius.
I see.
Unfortunately, it was to no avail.
I've travelled from kingdom to kingdom, asking mages and arcanists, anyone, anywhere, this is all they're seeing.
Queen Elisia.
Well, we are meant to meet her at some. This is the same character.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're meant to meet her at some point.
In the floating city of Endure. I'm saying through the stone, I'm still at Mage's Grove.
I would very much like to know how that goes, and I implore you to be careful.
Of course.
Do you know anything about this woman?
Nothing.
Okay, what's her name, sorry?
Melandria,
Melandria.
the Watcher.
Thank you.
Now, when you come back to Blacksteel, I think I'm going to need a little bit of time to resign his hands.
Again, a long silence. I understand. Know that your brother is doing well. Gold Shield is enjoying a calm.
However, I have been thinking about this. Perhaps we can set up a council of Blacksteel.
Very well. Sounds wise.
We'll have the leader of the Mages Guild, perhaps the leader of the Guard, perhaps myself.
So shall it be done. Firehold also is now at peace. The war has subsided. The new queen stands and rules.
Very good news. Right, well, we are on our way to the Raven Queen's temple.
I understand.
We will speak soon.
Please. The spell fades.
Before I leave the Mage's Guild,
Mhm.
I would like to say to Ivana that thank you for all of your help.
You're more than welcome.
Hope to see you again.
Stay alive, my friend. I'll be here.
I will offer him a box and a piece of paper.
Okay.
Please only open this if I return.
He tucks it away and puts it into his robes. So shall it be done?
Right, is Stefan with us?
Yeah.
Is Keok with us?
We're both, me and Kiek are both on the ship waiting.
Okay.
Because I just bypassed the palace and just went straight there.
Has Stefan fixed his dogs?
Yes. He took them to a nice hot fire. He fed them and watered them, and yes, they are back to full health.
I'd also like to. Sorry, can I just say for now that. Oh, have we got. Deet?
Yes.
Will he come to me?
Roll animal handling.
Right? No.
He's not leaving Sylvius' side.
I'll stock up on supplies for food and such.
Yeah, cool.
Just whatever. And then go to the ship.
Also, 700 XP each from the slaying of Sylvia. Don't worry. When you create your new character, you start at the same level. with the same amount of experience.
I would have been on 6,400.
That's very close to fifth level.
How much?
Yeah.
I know.
How much will it cost for the food?
Oh, a couple of gold pieces, 2 or 3.
Enough for everyone?
Yeah, yeah. The kitchens of the Dragon's Head are, you know,
Sorry, did you say 600?
700.
700.
700.
Yeah.
While we're on the ship, just to update, I'm just kind of trying to console Keogh
Right.
and just talking him through all the things that Sylvia's did so he doesn't feel like he died in vain.
Yeah. He listens to you without saying a single word, but every so often you'll just hear a sob that he tries to cover, or he'll just turn away and take a drink instead.
Oh, do you want some beer, mate? Do you want some beer, mate? Yeah, okay.
Cool.
On
It's alright, no?
Yeah. Sorry. It's nice.
Keogh.
Yeah.
I reach into the bag of holding.
Yeah.
And I pull out the gloves. Sylvia's gloves. This was a divine gift to Sylvia's.
And he takes them and just kind of like turns them over in his hands. And he can't say anything.
It gives you a +5 degrees. Sneaky, sneaky.
on the ship, I'll give this to Maple.
Cool.
Maple gets a thing.
I think you can use it most
It's like Christmas, except Santa's dead.
Goodbye.
Were you Santa? Was the small emo child in black Santa?
Yeah. Sylvia's been acting Santa the whole time.
I say thank you to Racco, but I'm also just like holding Keogh while he cries.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. And then I tell Glommen, I assume Stefan knows where we're going on his map, because I assume he was just like writing like
Yeah, so
crazily.
he knows it's somewhere in the northwest.
I'm pretty sure
God
it has
damn
been
it,
added
that's
to
what I was
his...
going to
Oh, but I
It has been added to his map, I'm pretty sure.
Really?
I think at one point you, like, cause I remember it because it was like a big moment, and
Oh yeah, the
he handed you the map. And
and it said the floating isles on it. Yeah.
the floating isles and the floating city of Andor, possibly 2 different things. Because the isles, let me get my maps.
Damn it, I was going to ask
Because you did mark on the sheet the Temple of the Raven Queen.
Yeah, yeah.
I just can't remember exactly where it was.
Yeah. I tell Glommen to, or Stefan probably tells Glommen to go to the Temple of the Raven Queen.
Cool. Yeah, Glommen, goes about setting off the ship. He's actually been training as best he could at Blackwinter Castle, Blacksteel, sorry, at the Mages Guild to try and improve his mage hand. Essentially, he wishes to be able to use 2 simultaneously, and he's managed to do so. So he can now steer with 1 mage hand and adjust sails and such with the other. He still needs someone to shovel coal into the furnace below decks to get the thing flying. If anyone would like to.
Okay.
Cool. And essentially, with that, he takes off silently again. The ship glides through the black of night. As you watch over the shadowed forests and such, Raiko, can you roll perception with disadvantage?
That is not high. That is 7. Sorry, that is 11.
You hear this sound that sounds like ground being broken, like rocks being shattered. And as you kind of just peer off the side, trying to find where the sound came from, there's just this creature, heavily armored and just horrible jaws that just kind of looks like and just snaps, and then it's gone, and you just kind of wonder if that was just the shadows of night or something. But no, it's gone. And the ship continues. It sails over Fighters Pass.
Have we reached?
I'd say so. I'd say long rest.
Long
Long
rest?
rest?
I'd say you can take a long rest as the
On the
ship
ship.
goes.
Yeah. Cool. Because it's going to take 5 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah. How long is a long rest?
6 or 8, yeah.
It's 8.
8.
But we've also
But you
sort of
you did stuff in the city that could count towards it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'd say you can
do.
So,
We have a
right,
combination.
do you want to tap out then, so that
Yeah.
you can rest a bit as well,
Yeah.
instead of just shoveling coal the whole time?
Yeah,
5 hours.
if I can. Do we still have the prisoners with us?
Yeah, they've got dropped off at Blacksteel.
Okay, cool.
They'll look after.
Good.
As you guys,
Is everyone able to take the long rest? 'Cause-
yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Essentially, as you travel over the Shadow Forest, you travel over Fighter's Pass, which is still, it never takes a break, Fighter's Pass. So you can still see beasts slain by men and such. You do fly over, after that, the City of Temples. The rebuild is going wonderfully, in fact. You now see great spires and obelisks where once there was, scarred towers and burnt lands. You fly over Firehold, and all of the beacons on the walls of Firehold have all been lit to signify the new rule. And you actually, even from your airship, can hear the sound of celebration from Firehold as they welcome in the new queen. Then from there, you make your way closer to where you remember the Raven Queen's temple to be, which is difficult because it's not meant to be found. However, Sylvius, you almost feel as if through the shadow you could just reach and guide the ship. Yeah. And essentially,
Glomman's like turning it, and then suddenly the wheel just goes that way. It's like,
actually, Glomman just gets this pass of black through his eyes, just this shadow, and he kind of just readjusts, and the ship travels silently towards these trees, and once again perfectly, he's gotten this down to a fine art, just lands featherfall on the ground.
Shall we?
You make your way off the ship.
During the time on the ship, I rolled a fat doink, and
Right.
I'm gonna share it with the party and with Kiok.
Okay.
I'll abstain.
same.
Bit of Dreamleaf gets passed around.
That's how we would have wanted it.
And essentially you guys make your way up the darkened path to the visible, but seemingly only through the will of Sylvius, allowing it to be seen, Raven Queen Temple. The Grand Gates. Sylvius, in fact, the grounds at which you'd fought the Raven Queen is where the party finds themselves.
Fighting myself.
Yeah.
I guess I say burial or cremation.
Sylvius, you can answer at this point.
Just what's sort of stereotypical for a Raven Queen ceremony?
That would be pyre.
Flame.
Alright, I ask Stefan and Silk and Nicholas to collect up some wood,
They go about and kind of split off into the darkness of the forest.
and I'm laying out some candles in a circle
Mhm.
around the centre where
I've got 40 here.
I was going to wait to build a
Alright, yeah.
hide them on, so yeah.
Stefan returns after a while, both his wolves carrying sticks in their mouths, and they kind of just drop them to you guys.
I'll take up the Raven Queen's dagger.
Yeah.
Once we've finished the pyre,
Yeah.
and we've made Sylvius on it, I'm gonna adjust him so that he's holding the dagger.
Okay.
Pyre.
There's some cool stuff around the outside as well.
Okay.
I know, I assume Sylvius would want it to be at least a little bit pretty. So I've tried to make it as like cool looking as possible.
Some skull.
Yeah, there's like
Flint.
yeah, so there's lit candles around the outside.
Like Uncle Romance albums.
Essentially, as you guys place Sylvius on the pyre and go about, I suppose, sacred flame or something. The flame that comes from you is dark black. In fact, as these tendrils of shadow kind of take Sylvius's form, you see the dagger heat to near molten level as it just burns brightly. and from the dagger, these small splits in space, time, just ripple through Sylvius's form. Instead of him burning, it gets taken apart little bit by these silver rivers emanating from the dagger. And as you look up, you can see the silver mixing with the black fire, mixing with the smoke, and the smoke just arranges itself into these wings that just kind of beat one last time, and there's the ripple, this burst of quiet energy that is essentially Sylvius travelling through your beings and saying goodbye. And as that last ripple echoes into the night, the temple doors open and there's just this shadow that passes through, and then it closes. Small bits of dust fall from each of the doors. And the fire immediately goes out, and there's now nothing there except for the insignia of the Raven Queen burnt in ash into the stone.
Another drink?
Smoke that
Another
fat
drink.
joint, boys.
Please.
I just start like picking up everything that I use, and I'm just gonna.
Sure.
I'm just gonna say, Sylvius, we hear your name. You were the best at what you do. Freed now by the sacred flame, the greatest halfling that we ever knew.
Fuck you, Raven.
And that's where we're going to end tonight's game. Thank you so much for joining us on that roller coaster. Sylvius, champion of the Raven Queen, shall not be forgotten. In fact, the words of Sylvius inscribed in the histories of Elisia for all time. Sorry.
No, it's all good.
Thanks everyone out there for watching. That was intense. I kind of just made it through that. But thanks for watching. And same time next week we return with Eyes of Elisia. And potentially a new character from wonderful Casper.
It's gonna be sick.
A lot of love from myself to my players, to you guys out there. Join us again. See you next week. What happens then? And from myself, Oliver Dungeon Master, and the Eyes of Elisia, and especially Sylvius.
And thank you, Tom, for tech.
Yeah, thanks Dave too. We appreciate it.
Dave's actually gonna scold me.
That's us for this episode, and may the nerds be proud.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Oh shit!
Oh,
It's happened.
I felt like I needed to do that. Felt good.